open! Wide open in the end zone!
Oh my god, he's coming! God, we're in that dome. See if we can. That's what I was thinking! And rip some poor kids clothesline! Bye-bye! Oh, he got me. Oh, what a boar! We all saw it. Clip, clap. That's a clip clap right there. A boy in his blood!
A boy in his blood.
Is correct! Yeah!
Click that tray, let the dispense logo on the screen, then the hype explode. Take your friend in, pass that stick, win or lose, it's the memory. Blocks with the ray trace, shine. Same loud laugh, same high five. Two players, two lives, one screen, one vibe. Retro rush, future rush, it's the same feeling. Every jam, yeah, we still chillin'.
See ya!
Welcome to Auto We Playing. Two people, two controllers, we
Oh, that's right. That's right. It's a Saturday, and you got a special live edition here on What Are We Playing? Hey, everybody, welcome to What Are We Playing? Ryan Harb here along with Andy, and today is another edition of the Conspiracy Casino, where we play old school casino games, and we talk about conspiracies. And we're live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at noon on YouTube, Facebook, and Rumble, playing everything from old school Nintendo to PS5, everything in between. No emulation, discs and cartridges is what we do, and it's either me by myself or my friends join me on the couch, and we play games live, couch co-op. But today, we had such a good time last time.
We did.
And it kind of was not what we were anticipating or the format of what we were expecting. I'm going to move my shot over, I think, a little bit here. Hold on. And what we were expecting, and I think we wanted to kind of do another edition of that where it's kind of you going through some killer stories, because if you guys did not see the last episode, Andy was killing it with some of these wild Bigfoot stories. So,
yeah, we're covering some Bigfoot, some cryptids, some of the weird, wacky, and wild out there in the woods. Today, we're going to be staying on the same theme of cryptids and things that are a little bizarre. Today, we are going to be talking about Dogman. Oh, excuse me there. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with Dogman, but...
Dogman, so let's just give it like a little preview here. So we're going to do some Dogman. We're going to do a bunch of other like cryptid stories and how everything kind of all blends together.
Well, they do. They tie it in together. I mean, because anything that's weird like that, that's out there in the woods or in the unknown,
dude, look how dope our guy looks awesome, dude. He looks so badass.
They kind of all fall into the same
the riverboat.
Kind of just like bizarre experiences throughout time to time with encounter to encounter. And that's what's really solidifies these stories is the commonality in people's experiences. So as you might have, because this is stuff that people usually don't talk about on a regular.
I mean, you say conspiracy theories, but when you're talking about the cryptids and the Bigfoots and all that shit, it's more folklore, right?
It's kind of to an extent. But with Dogman today, we are going to be touching on some of the conspiracy theories that revolve around these tales. And yeah, they may start off as folklore, but as time progresses, look at these people at this table.
These mutants.
What is that guy? Freaking Ric Flair on vacation.
Well, in case what you're wondering, we are playing PS2 today, and we are playing World Championship Poker on PS2, developed by, published by Crave and developed by Chromesoft, who's no longer in business. All right, so we got.
Yeah, I wonder how many of these type of games in this era of gaming have been started and then are gone or closed down or been eaten up or bought up by these larger companies.
Dude, total massive amounts, dude. Because massive amounts.
This is a PS2 kind of poker game, so this is still kind of in like.
And this was huge.
Heyday of video games.
Online too. This is a big online game.
And this is when games really started stepping up to like another level.
And this was a budget game because it was published by Crave.
And you can see that. And you can see the budgetness in it.
Well, I thought we were going to play the World Series of Poker, which is the Activision title. Yeah. Let me just look real quick. Who made that? No, get the fuck out of here. Can I fold?
3, 7,
You can take that
Key.
behind.
Player 3 wins.
So I got this a couple months ago because I've been looking for more casino games and like poker games and shit like that. And you know, I bought this. You know, it's the official. Pull it in for you guys to see it. The official World Series of Poker, and this is when the World Series of Poker was crazy. Like this was like Ivy and all those guys.
That's when they had
the Texas guy, right?
Yeah, they had sponsorships and brands. And
it was a big deal.
That's
dude.
when they had the
They were
TV
doing the
show.
bracelets. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's got that dude on the back. I'm sure if you don't know poker, you know that dude.
Player checks.
That guy and that
That
dude.
guy.
Yeah,
You know that guy. That fucking guy.
Early 2000s poker dude.
Yeah. So you know, I thought I was getting this, and then when I opened it up today to play, it was World Championship Poker.
Player
Oh, and
checks.
you thought it was World Series.
I
poker.
well, this is an Activision title.
They
This is
made
a
it-
fully budgeted game.
Yeah.
We'll
Player
check.
checks.
We don't really need all that loud. So this was developed by.
Now, you think they got when they traded that in?
It's the same game. I mean,
It's the
honestly,
same.
it's
You
not
played
like
one,
there's I mean, they're both
I think the biggest thing about these poker games,
they're both $8 at the absolute most
Yeah.
games.
I think the thing that separates all these poker games
We'll check.
from each other is the interface and the HUD and how you set it up.
Well, you can see it,
Because this isn't
and the character
bad.
models. Like, look
Yeah.
at look how good the character models on the back of this look. And it
And
looks
even-
like there's like FMVs in it. I'm trying to see
Yeah,
who
and how they
developed.
display
Who's
the
the developer on this?
how they display the cards in your hands and things
Well,
like
that's
that.
all. That's. Oh, so this was Left Field. Left Field did this. Who was a good developer? No longer
Yeah,
business. So.
they're
And
not
like,
even
and
on
this
here.
and this was they're not even on the box, which is so weird. And this is also like Harris is
they had the
involved.
online.
So this is like a licensed Harris poker game as well. So I'm gonna try to find this so we can actually play this. But this is definitely not. I might actually be able to take it back to the shop I got it at and just like, hi, I don't want this budget game. And then let me see. Left Field's a really good developer, and then we'll get back into what we were talking
Oh well,
about.
iTweet USB.
Oh yeah, you can put the
Enhance.
you can do the iToy on here, so you can play. 'Cause it was online, so you can have
broadband only.
you can have the camera and stuff like that.
Player calls. Player calls. Player checks.
Is this an
9-7.
online?
This was online. It
No,
might-
no.
Oh,
Is
it's
this
an online only? Ooh,
This
it
is an
might-
online only game.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! Really? Well, then we actually got lucky.
Player checks.
Is it online only?
All online. Online Ethernet broadband required.
Oh, so we made out. We actually made out
Yeah.
in the deal.
Player checks.
Oh, that sucks. It's such a nice game. I got something else the other day too that was really good. I forget what it was. All right, so let's talk about Left Field real quick, right? So these are OG Studio, PS1 era kind of deal.
Player checks.
What do we got? We don't have fucking shit. We ain't got terrible cards. What are we waiting for? We can't even get anything. Whatever, we'll check. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, Morton? Morton,
so
Derek, and Everett.
Left
All right.
Field was,
Left Field Productions. So they're good. They're a good old school shop. Look at that killer
Look at that nice
90s logo. So these guys did. I mean, everybody's checking. We'll just check. So they did Slam and Jam 95 on 3DO, and then
My
they
favorite
did.
games.
I don't even know. I don't know what that is. That's a PS1 game and a Saturn game. They did Kobe Bryant NBA Courtside for N64. That was a good game. People like that game. And then they did Disney's Beauty and the Beast, the board game adventure on Game Boy Color. On Game Boy Color.
That's like
Game Boy
top 10.
Color. All right, we're gonna raise. We got Ace. Then they did.
What's his shirt say?
Hold on. 3D Ultra Pinball on GBA or GBC, and then they did Backyard Football on GameCube. That was a big game, really
Was that
big game. Oh, Backyard Football is the shit. It's just like easy, simple football. Oh, look, this guy's
there we
blind. NBA Courtside, maybe World Series of Poker.
Here, raise that.
World Series of
raise
Poker
that 60.
Tournament of Champions. Oh, here we go. What do we got? What he raise?
No, you can raise.
I'm gonna raise.
Yeah, 30.
Then they did Dave Mira BMX Challenge for PSP and for the Wii.
R.I.P. Dave Mirra.
And then they did another World. They did
Dude,
three.
with the voices.
They did
Tell
three
me.
World Series of Poker games.
Like the voices.
Tell me, is that what it says? So they did 3 World Series of Poker games for Activision, and they did them on 360 and PS3. And then they did Battle Poker for the Wii and PSP, and then they did Mayhem on 360. What the fuck is Mayhem? I don't even
remember that.
Do you remember that? I don't even know what that is.
It's like a street. It's like a Twisted Metal.
And then that was it, and they're out of business.
And then they're out of business.
Which is crazy because they did 3 World Series of Poker games for Activision with a with Harris over
I do what
top.
the voices in my head tell me to do.
Oh my god. So let's see.
You know, I used to wear those shirts.
Are any of the official World Series of Poker games on console not online only? Let's see.
Player checks.
Yes, the classic completed online poker console will feature robust offline single player modes. So there is single player.
Okay.
So they all have single player. So we'll probably get a couple of those because they're fucking cheap. Oh, we're going for the flush, baby.
Let's go for it.
Player checks.
Pair of 10s. But everybody's got a pair of 10s. Whoa! Whoa! Somebody just got us straight. Or 3. He's got full house. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Player folds.
Full
Ace,
house.
Full house.
Full house all day.
2 pair, 2 10s, and 2 6s.
My guy didn't have shit, and he got a fucking 6 on the flop. Or on the river. Fuck out of here. Alright. That's how they're betting? That's how we're going to get
betting.
But what I'm betting on is how many people have video footage of Dogman.
See, that's the thing. That there's not too much footage out there.
Why don't you hear a lot about this Dogman?
All right. So Dogman's been around.
Give us the origins. Let's go.
Dogman's been around for a while now. The first documentation.
Billy's a mutant, dude.
The first documentation of men with dog features or have canine heads are from Gilgamesh from 2100 BC.
What?
So they talk of man-wolf figures in there.
Let's talk about that, right? Because that was an era where all the human-animal hybrids were among us. Remember,
true.
we have that Manly P. Hall book, and there's that picture in there I always look at with them. This guy just went to 600. Yeah, we're gonna fold. And they have like the frog people in the coming out of there, like,
out of the cave. Yeah,
there was a lot of that going on.
They speak of frog people. The ant people were a big thing.
Mantis people.
Mantis people. That's
aliens.
Now that goes into a whole nother thing. Now
Players post blinds.
if you want to go down the rabbit hole of alien human hybrids, or not even alien human hybrids, but just human hybrids of animals.
I got the document.
I got the documents there, brother.
Animal human hybrids.
You don't have to go. I mean, like in ancient Greece, they talk about unicorns and centaurs and minotaurs and like Pan and things like that.
Player calls.
But you can even go further back with claims from Edgar Casey, who was the great American.
Terrible cards.
Who's the great American kind of psychic, kind of soothsayer. Little quick backstory of Edgar Casey. He was just a dude. I think he was in like middle America, middle of nowhere in 1930s and things like that.
A straight.
And he would have visions, and
he checked on a straight.
He's trying to test the water. He's going to flush it. He's trying to flush it out.
Players.
So Edgar Casey lived in middle America in the 1930s, and he had
Player folds.
predictions that were coming true. He would do things like markets. He would do things like
what year is this?
Wars. This is in the 1930s. Predictions. His big thing was medical predictions on people, medical diagnosis on people, to the point where I think FDR even came to see Edgar Casey on medical issues. It was either FDR or Truman, but it was back then. But then after people started going to him for sports betting, that's when that's when he needed to have. I believe
so they're doing some Biff shit.
So yeah, so he was doing all these predictions, and they were all coming true. Then people started doing sports betting with him, and people were winning. And then that's when he started having a secretary sit in on the sessions, documenting everything, and being like kind of screening questions to an extent.
Jesus,
with like personal growth.
Worst
to that extent of like gambling and things like that. Not
they all
general
checked. Should
personal
we scare them off the table? Let's bully them a little bit.
What do we got? We got nothing.
We got nothing, but they all checked. Let's bet 120.
Yeah, see if we can scare them. I don't think you're gonna scare them.
I don't think so either.
I fold.
Huh?
Yeah, bully the table, baby.
And once you know how the computer
Bully
bets,
the table.
once you know how the computer bets,
Check,
you
check, check.
you
All
can
right,
win.
bully the
You
table.
can win every hand. Check at the end, double. Yeah, you bet.
We're gonna race
quarter the
20
pot.
on the initial pot. Let's go. Pay to play, boys.
These freaking
Come on, Morton.
troglodytes.
Troglodytes.
Player
Yeah, so that they had people coming in now and like monitoring what he was doing.
No,
Were people winning the sports bets?
Yeah, so people were going in looking for sports bets, and they were like winning bets, horse races, baseball games, and this and that. So then he had his secretary sit in during the sessions because he would like go into a trance and he couldn't remember or anything. So she would document the sessions, and then she would like I said, screen some questions on
Player
people.
folds.
Oh, he's staying in.
I gotta do the wraparound. I gotta figure out what I was talking about before.
Oh! Let's take them all
alien
in.
human hybrids.
Let's take them all
Or
in.
human animal hybrids. So Edgar Casey, during these sessions, he has a lot of things.
Let's take this guy out.
He has a lot of things on Atlantis, and
Really?
during Atlantis, yeah,
3.
he talks about
See ya.
the Atlantis.
Wow,
and
he just left. Look, he's gone.
he's just freaking vanished.
Boom.
And Mew, who was like the other colony, the other
Players post.
I guess civilization out there with Atlantis. They were two big,
I didn't know Mew.
highly
I didn't know. I
advanced.
don't even know about Mew.
Yeah, they're highly advanced civilizations out there in ancient history. This is like
Anunnaki.
probably.
Before Anunnaki,
This is
or there are
this is
Anunnaki.
probably
This dude
I
just
mean-
raised 960.
maybe before. I mean, Plato had Tales of Atlantis, so that I don't even know when Plato was. So this has got to be like 10,000, 50,000 BC, maybe even 100,000 BC, maybe later.
We taking them
Or
all
even-
in on a pair of jacks. He went. He called 960.
Oh, let's do it, baby.
All
we
in?
got a pair of jacks.
Pair of jacks, pocket
yeah, let's do
jacks,
it.
all in. Fold.
Let's do the flop. Just
He's got 9-5.
what's this guy doing? Doesn't matter. We win anyway.
We got a straight.
6. High. Player 6 wins.
Look at this flop. 2, 3, 6, 4.
This freaking computer.
Player 1 has
This
been
freaking
eliminated.
computer. It's rigged. They know what the flop is. They know what the river is. They know what the turn is. They know it,
All
man.
right, we're leaving. We're not gonna watch the whole thing.
You're gonna have to sit here and now you have to sit here. Well, I think you could probably buy back in.
What the fuck?
But Edgar Casey,
He got a 2, 3,
Dude, I don't
6,
know-
and a
I don't
4.
know. Why would you even bet on that?
He went all in
went
960 on 6, 9.
I can tell you they probably didn't do much on programming for how the cards are going to be.
Do you wish to save? No.
So Edgar Casey talks about
So we should have our money.
animal
All right,
hybrids.
We're going back in.
That these civilizations
Buying
were,
50, buying 100, buying 200. Yeah, let's make it like $500 buy-in.
So he talks about a lot of these.
There we go. First place is 15 hundo. Now we're talking, baby. Sorry, go.
So he talks about a lot of.
When he's in his trance, is he like Bashar? Like he's like,
Yeah, kind of, but he's not channeling. But Bashar, if you don't know who Bashar is, he's a channeler.
that's my guy.
It's a little different. Yeah, it's more like
Hello to you and everyone that you love and loved.
it's kind of like laying there and just kind of he's just doing his thing.
They video
But he
this?
talks about a lot about animal hybrids, and which is one of the reasons why they had
They shut 'em
whoever
down?
that is had to shut down these civilizations at these times, because it was like kind of like man was getting too far, kind of very similar on how what we're doing today is that we're dabbling too far into creating
eugenics like crazy, dude.
abominations of these things.
Well, that's all Montauk Island shit too, right?
That is like Plum Island,
Plum
and Montauk.
Island and Montauk, and then
Yeah.
all the early like 1920s shit with them doing all this crazy like experimenting.
Yeah.
Damn, dude, they're already coming in here. 5, 10.
500.
I'm
Raised
calling
by
them, dude.
500.
I'm calling them, dude. I got a Jack
just-
10. Let's go.
She's got some sort of 7-3
She better have
offsuit.
pocket something.
Oh, here we go. Let's see what she does.
I'll call you. She got pocket aces.
She's gonna have freaking pocket aces.
We're losing all our money already. and she
Player
checks.
checks. 3 queens.
Freaking
high,
queens.
ace.
Okay.
Player
So
4.
she had pocket queens.
So, yeah.
Players post
That's not
all right, we have pocket queens. We're going all in. Let's see if we can get a couple people.
Now let us.
Hold on.
Try our luck.
Yeah, we're gonna do pocket queens and see. We're gonna go all in because we don't even have that much.
All in, baby.
All in.
Boom, boom.
Player
The heartbeat.
I'm voting.
Come in. Yeah. What do you got? Oh, he's got pocket aces.
Let's get that queen. We need that queen.
Oh my god!
How is this game functioning? Come on, a 9 or a queen.
2 pair.
This
2
game is so
aces,
broke.
And 2 nines. Player 4 wins.
What the
This is
fuck?
like playing video poker at the casino.
Oh my god, dude! What the fuck just happened?
Amazing.
What is happening?
Absolutely amazing.
How does he have pocket aces?
Player 1 has been eliminated.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. All right, we're coming back. All right, so continue. I got you distracted. We're talking
Yeah,
about we're talking about your boys' trances in Montauk Island and Plum Island. And shit.
So the account of animal human hybrids.
Well, bro, got the documents, brother.
Animal human hybrids. I got the documents right here, brother. So it goes back.
We will
to
not like to
antiquity,
save.
to eons of man, and that could just be lore just from people coming up with these ideas and these concepts of what we see every day, and
Oh, it
coming up
knows
with
how.
tales
Even though I'm
and
not saving, it
stories
knows how much money I have. Oh shit! All right,
of just like
we're
and
gonna
just-
win some money back.
and just
Let's
telling
go.
tales of half man, half creature, because that's what
That's what people do.
That's what people do, exactly.
Yeah,
So-
like that. What's that movie? It's got Sean Connery in it, right? It's like this future civilization that finds like the Wizard of Oz, but it's like broken, and it's like they think the Wizard of Oz was real because of the book, and it's like this 80s story.
What movie's that?
It's a pretty weird. Hold on, let me look it up real quick. But it's a whole movie about them thinking that the Wizard of Oz was real. It's called
Players post blinds.
Zardoz. Zradoz. Because it's wizard, but the W and the I got cut off, so they thought it was all Zardoz was like the name of like the civilization and
That's
stuff
cool.
like that.
What's
But
the- what's the
I see
rating
this
on it?
really weird outfits he's in and shit too. It's got 5.8 on IMDb, a 50% on Rotten Tomatoes, so
Alright.
it's okay.
So,
It's 1974 and it's a sci-fi film.
yeah.
So, but yes, that's the kind
That's
of shit
old
I'm
Sean
talking.
Connery.
Old Sean Connery, but that's the stuff that I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Is like
like-
that. Like, how do we not know that's that? How
Yeah.
do we not know that the cave drawings in Egypt are not just them going to the movies
Yeah.
and a guy just doing storytelling and doing like a
Well,
PowerPoint?
there is
That's
a lot.
PowerPoint.
There is a lot of like storytelling and stuff in Egypt, and a lot of the stuff written on old cave drawings. That is a theory that they could just be doing it for they are doing it for entertainment.
This is for entertainment purposes only. Entertainment purposes only.
But a lot of the
Look at these guys getting
hieroglyphs
fucking
on.
tens on the river.
Yeah, this game is really broken. In
Players
Egypt,
post
are telling
blinds.
stories of antiquity and telling. There's even recipes for food. There's a game they used to play that's like backgammon. So
Player
They're still
4
humans.
yeah, exactly. So you go back in as far as you want in the world and stuff, and like you said,
People are playing games.
people are still people. You go back into the dark ages and stuff. People are doing the same stuff we're doing today.
Player bets.
Life is life. Life's the same. It's just what's around us is a little different, and I guess how people are developed is gonna be
60?
a little different too.
I'm folding that. Fuck that.
Player fold.
He's obviously got an ace.
Players post blinds.
These people are like,
Let me take a
Player
peek real quick. I'll be right back.
yeah, do it up.
I'd fold.
I think that's a great point, though. Like, you know, you got to think about, like,
Player calls.
what we don't know. Like, you know, after 4 generations, like, the stories all disappear and change. So everybody can say what we want. So we don't know, like, who's telling stories that are real, stories that are not real. I mean, there's so much stuff that has been lost to people retelling, and also things being eliminated because nobody can say that it didn't happen because they're all dead. Jesus, look at these guys. He's got a 2-7. Oh, he's got 9s on the board. I got 2-7. So he's obviously got 3 9s or a pair of 6s or 2 pair.
Players post blinds.
You know, that's a big part of it, right? It's like understanding that after 3 to 4 generations, you can do whatever you want. I mean, like, the big thing that we've been looking into, which is crazy, is like all the mud floods. That is a huge part. Like, there's supposedly was like all these mud floods during like the mid 1800s that got written under the rug, and then there's all the you know, the blimp stuff. The blimp stuff is crazy. If you haven't gone down the blimp conspiracy, it's pretty wild. All right, what do we got here? Man, we are getting shitty cards. We'll check.
Player checks.
Pair of 4s, huh?
Player checks.
We'll bet. Pay to play, boys.
Player folds.
Raised to 440. Get the fuck out of here. I did a $20 bet, and then he raised me to 440. So I was just saying, too, like, you know, the thing that we don't realize is that it only takes 3 to 4 generations to just change stories.
That's right.
So, like, we look at all the Tartaria stuff that obviously is a whole real thing, and like, pre-technology, and that's like they're whitewashing all the blimps out of all the old pictures of everybody with the blimps and everything.
Tartaria, that's like ancient Russian empire kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's what it seems like with the art, at least with
architecture.
What people are claiming with the architecture and stuff. It looks very like those. I don't even know what you would call
the Tetris buildings.
I don't even know what you would call that architecture, but it is beautiful. Way different than what we see here.
Pair of 2s,
especially with like modern day architecture, is just
boring and flat.
Brutalism.
I mean, look at a fucking McDonald's from when we grew up, and then what it looks like now. It looks like a insane asylum.
And that's that's
they don't want people,
a reflection.
They don't want people eating
of like how we value these companies now, and like eating and fast food and family and like what it is and stuff, and like McDonald's, they see it as
like we used to go to McDonald's and eat. It was like we're gonna go to McDonald's, and we would go to McDonald's and we eat at McDonald's, and it was a big deal.
Yeah, and I think
did we win with a pair of 2s?
As they're built now, as they're very very aesthetically unsettling. Like there's gray and flat. I think they're really mainly thinking about the resale value of the actual building.
Well, it's because McDonald's owns the property.
Yeah, and because we all see what
McDonald's is like the largest.
That used to be a Wendy's. We all know the building
that
used to be a Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
We all have seen. There's a dry cleaner that has a drive-through because I think it used to be like an old Taco Bell.
You know what?
And so
hold on, I got another good one.
Yeah.
You know what facility was a Checkers?
Yeah, exactly. so these, like, you see stuff like, was it the old Wendy's had like the sunroom?
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
you see these very distinctive
that's a good point.
Of these buildings that you can't convert into something. So I think they want to make these buildings more common.
Do we get a 9?
More just like easy peasy.
Do we get a 9? You think we get a 9? Are we getting a 9? We get a 9?
We do. Nolan's got like 5
Give us a 9. Give us a 9.
Ain't gonna get it. Does that work? No.
Player checks.
Yeah, look at your cards again there, Nolan.
Argyle.
2 jacks and
okay, we win.
6s.
No, we didn't win. We didn't have shit.
He got 2 pair.
We tried to beat Nolan. We were hoping for that straight.
Players post
best way to play poker is to hope for cards on the river. That's the best way to play poker. Is like, all right, maybe we'll get
maybe my prayer will be answered.
We'll call.
Winging a prayer.
But yeah, that's the thing. It's like, what are those Egyptian drawings? And then, like, you know, and then we go back to, like, are the guys in the chairs in Egypt and everybody else is super small?
Yeah.
Are they alien rulers?
knows,
Or is that
man?
a story? Is that just...
Well, these
But
stories,
there's a lot of weird tech in their hands and shit, too.
and that's the stuff
Player
that,
first.
you know, we look at the
Possible
technology.
straight on the board.
We look at the technology that we have today, and I mean, it is magic how this stuff. Did you ever see a transistor? Did you ever see how small a transistor is?
That doesn't
I
make
don't
any
even
sense.
know-
How the fuck do they make that
I don't
thing?
even know how they make what machine. Like,
How do
what
they?
it-
Well, yeah,
I don't even know what it
they're
is.
so small
High.
and so
Nine.
microscopic.
There are
It's
two
got to be
wings.
either magic or it's got to be. And then you talk to some engineer and they're like, "Well, it's because." I'm like, "Yeah, but it doesn't make any sense. How do? I'm still trying to figure out how ones and zeros turn into red. That's
How does
where
that
I'm.
work? How does a
That's
one-
where I'm at. How do ones and zeros, ons and off, turn to red?
And then do all this stuff that's on a video game.
Yeah, how the fuck does this? It's like, oh, it's just this is all. So you're telling me that this whole game is just on and off,
On and off. Yeah.
on and off
Post blinds.
from electric.
Yeah.
How does electric work? What does that even mean? How does a radio work? I'm listening to the radio in the car, and I'm like, just sitting at a stop. I'm sitting at a red light, and I'm like, what the fuck am I listening to a Led Zeppelin song right now on the radio through the air? What is even
That's
happening?
Even, that's even like the old TVs, like the CRT TVs. Like that's an old tech. That's like, how does that work? How were they sending signals like that into a tube that was it freaking suspends the electrons in the zero vacuum tube to produce a picture?
Huh?
Huh?
What?
And then it just magnifies it
What?
so you get a picture out of it. Yeah.
What?
Like, yeah, and that's how it works. And
What are you talking about?
fun fact, the CRT, the cathode ray tube, was actually, I think I brought this up in the last podcast.
Damn it.
But that TV was actually developed for
Player bets.
spiritual communication. That's what the first applications of
Oh,
those
for like,
tubes were used
like in
for.
the spiritualism people and
Spiritualism
the
people
Fox sisters and all that stuff.
trying to figure out a way to communicate with the other side. Then they figured out that they could use that tech for suspending.
Well,
then the nerds got a hold of it and like, oh wow, we can use this for this.
And then they were like, wait, we could tell a vision.
Well, yeah.
We could tell a vision.
Player calls.
And that's why in like movies like Poltergeist, you see Carol Ann communicating with the spirits through the TV.
Can we talk about that movie for a second, please? Can we talk about how those parents are the absolute worst parents in the world? They literally have like this like horrendous thing happen. This house is clean. Comes in, does the whole thing, and they're like, all right, you guys are good. Back into the demon room and go to bed. We're gonna smoke a joint.
We're gonna smoke some doobies in the bedroom. I always admire that scene. I'm like, I watch that video all the time, and I see like the
Like, all
parents,
right,
I'm like,
that's great.
like,
This is all
is
over
that what
now.
parent life is like? You just put your kids to bed and you just go in your bedroom and just smoke joints and just like.
They're like, well, that's a wrap.
Wrestle
We
around.
took care of all
Hey, that's
that
fun.
stuff. Now we're just gonna smoke a joint, and then they come in. It's like tornado ghosts and shit.
No, I like speaking of tornado ghosts in rooms. Like in Jersey, the original Amityville.
Oh yeah.
So there's like
Six wins.
the house is haunted and like possesses the dad and turns him into like uber prick. But he's got like these kids. These kids are like 4 and like 7, and they're in this room,
Player
and the ghost like, you know, the spirit terrorizes the room and like pulls down the dresser and like flips up the beds and stuff. Like the whole room's literally turned upside down. The dad comes in, he's like, "What are you kids doing in here? What you do to the room?" And then like he goes to like beat the crap out of him, and it's like, wait, you really thought these kids flipped the dresser upside that 500-pound oak dresser that the kids just flipped that over?
They're like, what did you guys do? Why were the
How
Why
are
were
you-
the cops here?
Yeah.
This guy's got $2,000. He just raised $800.
Oh, he's probably got that 8. Oh, he's gonna work on that straight. He's gonna get the straight somehow. He's probably got like a 7-9. They're gonna be a 6, and he's like, "Oh, I got it." All in, baby. Get them.
I'm all in.
Yeah! 2 pair. And he won. How did he win?
2 pair. 2 tens.
Oh, he had the 8.
2 eights. Player 2.
There you go.
Oh, you got that
Again,
8.
on the flop. 5th place again. We're being too aggressive here. You know what? Let's just watch the rest of the tournament. What are you saying?
Let's just watch the rest of the tournament. We can chit chat. Well, we got 2 guys left.
A flush. Jack. High.
No. They all have money still. This is just
Oh, is
the
that
last.
hand?
This is just the hand. So you have to watch all the hands. All right, we're leaving again.
Oh yeah, no, I can't watch the rest of the tournament. It's not like what was it the show or and the MLB baseball the show. That was used to put that game on the PS2 and just
Listen to the soundtrack
and just watch it.
and just watch it.
Yeah, it was.
You know, I think we're gonna switch it up. I think we're gonna switch it up. We might have a
switch up the game.
We might have a download, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Can I get around on this?
Oh yeah. Jump in. I'm sorry, I've been playing the whole time. I think we're gonna switch over to some prominence in a little bit.
Let me do one.
Hold on, go back to this. Hit back. Go to load. See if you can load the original guy. And you might have all your money because I did not save. Hey, back to $1,000.
Let's go.
All right, so hit continue and then hit buy in all the way to $1,000. Oh, can you 15?
Nah.
All right, so do $1,000. Oh, you can't
only-
do $1,000. Oh, because it's 50 plus 40.
Oh, 50, yeah.
So there you go. Oh, hold on, go back. Go to location. There's a bunch of locations. Saloon, speakeasy, the
Let's
penthouse,
do penthouse.
Eden. All right, let's go. Start. Yeah, dude, that Poltergeist movie is hilarious.
I didn't see the new one, but I like the old one. The old one's good.
They remade Poltergeist?
Yeah, they remade that a couple years ago.
Come on, stop
remakes,
it.
baby.
Leave them alone.
Leave that movie alone.
You know what's wild? We can talk about ghosts here for a minute, and we'll get back to Dogman and your guy doing the telling people how to bet and winning
How to bet,
games.
baby.
Oh my god. You know what's crazy is, and we went down this rabbit hole. There's a guy on YouTube, right, that somehow figured out that, oh my god, look at the penthouse. We're on like the top of like the Bellagio and shit playing poker. There's a guy on YouTube. These videos are pretty old. But he somehow found out that the Kinect, the Xbox Kinect on 360 and Xbox One is like sensitive and can pick up ghosts
Yeah, it's because it's a full spectrum camera.
or some crazy shit.
500 the call. No, we're gonna fold on that one there, Buster.
And he's got these wild videos of him sitting in his house. We had a 2-3, Andy, just so you know. Yeah, we would not have won.
No.
They're all in.
Aces. High. Jack.
My guy is out on the first hand.
Player 3 has been eliminated.
Let's go, baby. This tournament's gonna
All
be
right, all right. And then there were 5. Walton's going.
Let's go.
Players post
Low and slow.
lines.
2-5 suited.
Well, you got diamonds, so that's good.
Yeah.
He called
All
for
right,
10.
let's call for 10.
So then he basically is like in there like talking to people, and then you just see like the like the figures. It's like the like the stick figure
Yeah.
of how the Kinect sees you, and there's just like all this shit going on next to him in his room and shit. It's pretty wild. Pair of 2s, and we got suited.
What are we doing? We're all
Player
checking.
checks.
Yeah, check. Let's
checking.
check. So that was what they went on that rabbit hole real quick because
No, I've been on.
it's crazy.
I've been on a ghost hunt where they've used the Kinect camera. They
oh shit!
the person I was hunting with, they had like a
Portable system.
they had the portable system on like a kind of a MIDI
Player
tablet,
checks.
and then you get the Kinect, and you have to run some programs. You got to hack it a little bit.
We have a pair of 2s.
Pair of 2s. Checked.
I-
I'll win.
We'll take,
win.
we'll take a free check. Does nobody have anything? And we have no. What do you?
Player bets.
Fold. Oh, 820.
820.
What a ridiculous! What a ridiculous! I do have no limit on.
I'm out.
I do have no limit on, so that's
Oh.
why they can raise whatever they want.
She got that king. I you play a
60
pair of
bucks.
2s.
60 bucks. The
I'm gonna
820.
win on the last hand.
I call.
But we went ghost hunt with the person with the Kinect,
Whoa.
and it's tough like to record it because you're running the Kinect off of the battery of the tablet, so it drains
Just
your battery.
sucking the shit
It's
out of
sucking
it.
your drain. So to record it, you have to use like a a phone or a camera to record it, which kind of sucks.
God damn, look at that.
Player checks.
Come on, Bud.
We want a 10, Andy. We want a 10.
Bud looks like he needs it.
Oh, we can use another heart. A heart or a 10.
But
Player checks.
I saw the video afterwards, and there was something like right. Oh, we get it. Oh, look at that.
Player checks.
Go all in. Go all
Player
in.
checks.
You just gotta go all the way up.
Player
Boom.
moves
All in. We got a flush.
Come on.
Come on.
I'm folding.
Player 1 wins.
See.
But there was something behind me on the Kinect camera, and that's a. I'll look up that video is online. I'll look it up. I'll send it to
Player
you
folds.
because I do want to watch that one. I was thinking about that the other day.
That's creepy.
Yeah, it was really creepy. And by the time, and when I was, and it was weird because when I was, yeah, that's a weird story.
Could you feel it?
Yeah, I could. And when I was looking, I was like thinking about it and stuff at the time of 240. No, we're gonna pull that
Player
shit.
6 wins.
I was thinking about the entity and stuff while it was happening, so that was pretty. It's pretty cool to get some confirmation on weird things like that. But
You know what? Let's do this. We can do a couple rounds of this, but I'm going to check prominence, and if I got to do a download, we can do that in the background.
Players
Yeah.
post blinds. Player folds.
And
I fold.
Just pause it because it'll kick you out.
sit there.
All right, watch how easy it is, kids. Watch it.
Oh, you get the high tech box.
Boom.
We got double PlayStations going.
You got 2 PlayStations going at the same time.
This is the PlayStation.
Hell yeah, man. 2 PlayStations at the same time,
I'm
brother.
talking about, brother.
Hey, brother, 2
I got a
PlayStations at the
PS2
same
and a
time.
PS5. Oh, is that PS4?
Yeah, well, I got a PS3 and a PS2, which is actually a PS5. Yo, but for real though, my boy in Japan, he got the PS6 already.
This is a 4, right?
Yes, sir.
So you got a 4, 5, and 2?
I got a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Damn, you got.
What is going on here? I guess there's
Oh yeah, you can go past this.
it's like a new thing they did.
Yeah, it's just like,
Updating the
Just hit next.
Do you agree?
yeah, who can see this? Who can do that? This is what the people come to see. PlayStation updates.
Yeah, they like the PlayStation updates.
We're
They're all about the. Oh, I got that in there too.
Ooh,
Woo!
what's that? Is that like?
That's the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. So it's like everything from Children of the Atom all the way to Marvel Capcom 2, and they threw the Punisher side scroller on there.
The one with Nick Fury and stuff?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
I only have one controller. I got to get another controller. All right,
Can you use the PS5 controller in there or no?
cannot.
Can you use PS4 or controller on a PS5?
Can you use a PS5 controller on a PS4? That's a good question. Oh, we're good. All right, we'll come back to this.
That's all updated?
We're live.
All right.
All right, hop back in.
All right, so that, yeah.
Yeah, so the ghost stuff's crazy, dude. That's we might do a whole conspiracy casino episode on
I'll
just
do-
ghosts.
We can do one on ghosts because that's really cool because there's some really weird stuff about ghosts and hauntings. And so real quick on that one that I was at, where
Yeah,
they were using
hauntings
the
and the time loops.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's another type of haunting. In that session that we're in when we're using the Kinect,
Good, you're in.
there was like one entity there, then there was another couple entity, like a man and a woman,
Player
and
checks.
in this instance they were saying that they couldn't move on because the other entity was holding them there. And that's
crazy.
something that I've heard a few times.
Well, that happened to us when we lived in Woodbury,
where
and we had the upstairs with all the little kids that were up on the 3rd floor.
you have these entities that hold other entities and make them so
Facts.
they can't transition, they can't move on. And it happens more than you think, and that's, like, we can only see so much in this world, and we can only get
Player checks.
kind of mini confirmations of
Player
something else
bets.
existing beyond here.
2 pair.
But-
2 kings.
Oh, goodness.
And 2.
But
eights.
we have,
Player 2
we can
wins.
only see tidbits and little bit. We don't know the full picture.
Players post
And
blinds.
and that's what people don't know, like, because people see these dog men
Fold.
and they'll say oh, they're demons, oh, they're Nephilim, they're alien human hybrids, they're animal human hybrids. People, we don't know what they are. You know, we don't even know if they even exist, because these stories can just be that of stories.
You can use the PS5 controller on the PS4.
There you go, baby.
That's sick. Can you do it the other way around?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of it too. It's like you don't really know.
You don't know. There is a there is an organization that does compile a lot of the Dogman encounters that they can get their hands on, and that's called the North American Dogman Project, and this has been going on for a while. There's also like a YouTube channel called Dogman Encounters where people call up, and you know you can get.
What does that show sound like?
It's and people, you know, you talk to the guy, and then you set up your
what
chat.
does the Dogman call-in show sound
Well, I don't
like?
think it's call-in. I think you.
Hey, we
like,
got Rob calling in from Southwest Texas. Rob, hey, you're on the line. What's going on?
Hey, how you doing? My girlfriend's a dog man.
Oh, yeah, hey, Rob. So, we got here from the caller that your girlfriend is a dog man,
Yeah.
and you've had some other encounters with some of her friends, and it says here that a dog man is trying to get you to share your girlfriend. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so my girlfriend's a dog man, but I don't know if she's a full dog man, but the dog men really like her. And this
we've
dog
heard this
man from
before.
down the street, he's trying to mow my lawn, and I'm like, nah, dude, that's my girl.
Nice. All right, thanks, Rob. Appreciate
Yeah,
it. All right,
yeah.
All right. Next, we got Drew calling in from North Dakota. Had a dogman experience where the dogman was servicing his vehicles at night. All right, Rob. Hey, Drew, come on in. How you doing, Drew?
Hey guys, this is Drew. I'm in Connecticut. I was like sitting there in my house. It was like late at night, and I heard like wrenches and stuff going, and I was like, yeah, what's that? And I looked outside, and I had this dog man. It was like 8 foot tall. Yeah, he was changing my oil, man. Like I didn't know my car had oil, but like he was changing it. Oh,
All right.
I got those fives.
All right, thanks, Drew. Thanks. All in.
I just want to shout out, Baba Booey.
Yeah, Babu, Howard Stern's penis, Babu Booey.
Player 1 wins.
Oh, you should have went all in, bro.
Nah,
Are they all folded? They all
Player
folded.
Yeah.
post blinds.
I barely bet.
All in.
Sorry. Let's see.
Player is all in. Player folds. I fold.
I fold.
Come on, bud. Come on, bud.
Match it.
He called it. Pair of jacks.
Oh, he won.
Pair of jacks.
There it is. Better not get that 10.
Like it's a queen.
I know. Yeah, he's gonna get something.
Jacks.
All
All right,
right.
he finally won a big pot.
Whoa. $1,700 pot. That's what I'm talking about. Just made $940.
Let's go.
That's getting that lead.
All right, so let's go back. So really
All
fill
right,
me in
so
on
Dogman
that.
was servicing my vehicle.
So fill me in. What is this show? How ridiculous is it?
No, but it's general Dogman encounters that people have, and a lot of these encounters are
Player checks.
very brief. So you hear cryptid encounters, they're not too far off with hunters and things like
Player
that.
checks.
Excuse me. But you'll hear more Bigfoot stories.
Dude, so take him all in. He's only got $30. Let's get rid of him.
Player bets.
So you hear more about Bigfoot stories than you do about Dogman stories.
I agree.
And the Dogman stories,
2 4s. High. King.
oh, we have to
We
hide
beat him on a high card.
Player 6 has been
Go on.
eliminated.
We got
right.
rid of him too. Bud's
Later, Bud.
gone. Bud's finished.
Way to be a
Player
bud.
post blind.
All right, here we go. Now we're making some noise
So,
here.
and that's like the big difference between a Dogman story and Dogman tales and the Bigfoot stuff. So Bigfoot is very well documented. You have people snapping photos. You got people
No one calls.
raise that one.
Knowing where to go, how to do it,
Yeah,
what the story looks like.
You have extended encounters.
Dogman's more folklore, right? Like
Dogman
we said
has
earlier.
has more of a folklore
There we go. Pair of
stint
queens.
to him.
Player checks.
All right, so
All in.
how Dogman started. I know we talked about Gilgamesh, we talked about Edgar Casey, we talked about
Player
the Island of
checks.
Mew. Oh, I shouldn't have checked on that one.
It's all right.
Player bets.
She bet
All right.
13. She has a straight.
So
Don't
she's
do
got
it.
the straight.
Don't do it. 1,300. Don't do
We
it.
got,
Fold, dude. We got a pair
dude,
of
but
queens.
we got a possible straight as well. Does
Wait.
she have the straight? She made it 3-7.
Does she have a?
But we have
does
a
she
3.
Does she have 6-8? Yeah, take her. Take her. Take her to the cleaners.
Let's call. I got a pair of 3s.
2 pair.
I got 2 pair.
Player checks.
All in.
Player is all in.
Fold.
Good lady.
She called it.
Is that a lady?
Fucking bitch. She got,
She
Player
did.
4 wins.
she got on the river again.
Are you kidding me? Dude, so they know what the river card.
Oh my
Player
god.
eliminated.
All right, we done with
Damn.
this?
This game.
Fuck this game.
Broke ass game. This broke ass predetermined game. They know what they're getting. No one's gonna be betting to get a straight on the river, even though I've done it. And won big. That's how I won my first million.
Yeah, is this before you sold the first company or the second company?
That's how I won my. Yeah, that was after the second company. Then I lost my third million. Then I was broke, and then I bet in all in the river, and I got my second million back.
Alright, well this game is a blast.
Yeah.
I've been playing this game for a long time. I think we were playing this online a little bit.
Yeah.
You guys don't know about Prominence. Prominence is phenomenal. So we're gonna have a lot of fun playing this game a little bit. All right, continue.
All right.
The floor is yours.
So before Gilgamesh or after Gilgamesh,
We're
before
talking about encounters and like how it's like not as
Yeah.
documented.
so yeah, it's more like folklore. So how Dogman got more in the spotlight of today's society.
See that remote anywhere?
Beyond Gilgamesh and
Oh, it's up there. You want to grab that for me?
Yeah,
real
sure.
fast? On the desk. Boom, boom, boom. The music on this is great. And this game is all online.
yeah, this is all fine.
This is all
Yeah.
online. So we're playing against people.
No more buds, not bud or
Yeah, you got
Gary
it. You
going
got
all in.
all in,
All in,
waiting,
out on the
waiting,
first
waiting
hand.
for a 2 on the river. Fuck out of here with a 4% chance.
4% chance, and he gets it.
Been a long time since I played this one.
So in the late 1970s, I think it was like 78 or something, 79. There was a radio station.
Oh yeah, that's
up in
me, dude.
Michigan.
Look at me, dude. Looking fresh,
dapper.
boy.
There was a radio station up in Michigan who I think it
How
was
much money
like,
do we
I
have?
think it was like Halloween time.
Quick play.
They played like a song, I guess they created, about the Lord Dogman and staying out of the woods, and
Hey, brother.
you know, it was a real like boom clap song, you know, from like the 70s. Very
we don't have enough money.
very Leonard Cohen kind of thing. But they played this song, you know, to get, you know, spook people a little bit and stuff. But after they played it, they started getting a ton of phone calls of people that have experienced this Dogman creature and had their own tales.
And what region is this?
This is up in Michigan.
Michigan.
So this is I
So
think
that's
it's
a hotbed for Dogman?
a very hot bed for Dogman. I
More
think
than
it's
one Dogman?
up in the Upper Peninsula. Yeah, oh yeah, no. With these cryptids,
They're species, right?
yeah, there's like more than one. It's not like Bigfoot is one Bigfoot that's like traveling all over the world, like, you know, like he's got stickers on his suitcase or anything like that. You know, these are creatures that are all around the world.
What I like about this game
And
is
they're-
that you can see when people are looking at their cards.
Oh yeah.
So they keep looking at their cards as to tell that they don't know what they got. Which is when I used to play this game, I'd have a notepad next to me and I'd write down my hand so I knew what I had. Anyway, go ahead.
So after they start getting all these, they played this song and then they got all these encounters. So people were calling up like, I saw this, I saw that. And this is back in the 70s. So this isn't like, you know, internet stuff on TV.
No, this is like people being like, oh, dude, I had the same thing happen to me.
Yeah, and you know, by this time, I think the juiciest kind of cryptid thing you got out in the world is the In Search of with Bigfoot, and that, you know, that got a lot of people into it back then. But Dogman was something else. You know, people don't want to talk about werewolves, and because that's the best way to describe Dogman. It looks like a werewolf.
3'5" suited.
You know, big teeth, big hands. It's hind legs are bent like a dog.
Do you think it
about
is
6 to 8 feet tall on different accounts?
How much? How much do they weigh?
Anywhere between 500 to 1,200 pounds, depending.
Jesus.
On yeah, like big boys. But this is just what people report and stuff. So
aggressive, hanging out, watching, not doing anything. Do they make like noises and sounds like we know that the Bigfoots are like whoop whoop?
So Bigfoot no samurai chatter, but a majority of the encounters are very aggressive.
Very aggressive.
Very aggressive. Attacking or almost attacking, intimidating, people barely escaping.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, like really terrifying encounters.
Ooh.
I remember one encounter that one guy was telling.
We were hoping for another spade.
I believe he was
Got a pull.
he was like beaver hunting up in I think it was up in Michigan. Or I'm sorry, it was the land between lakes. So this is in between Kentucky and Tennessee.
Okay.
So him and his buddy are beaver fishing. I think it's back in the 70s as well. Or beaver hunting.
You gotta go beaver hunting sometimes,
Yeah,
man. We
beaver
gotta
hunting.
control the
They're
population.
looking for, I'm sorry, it's turkey hunting. They're turkey hunting.
Oh, even better.
They're looking for turkeys. So they're going to a spot where I believe his buddy, he's like, I heard this great spot for turkey hunting.
Nice.
I haven't been there before, but I heard great things
How
about it.
deep are they going in the woods, Andy?
So they're probably like 5 miles in the woods. They're in there. They're in there, and that area there is all wild.
It's thick.
It's very thick.
Very pine barrens.
Very I think it's more deciduous than pine barrens. It's got it's got big trees, brush.
I just mean just like that. It's just there's nothing out there. Like it's just
yeah. There's
a ton of there's a ton of nothing. Yeah.
Protected area. You don't have buildings or anything like. They're not like logging or anything. So the two guys are going out there. I'm going to go turkey hunting, this and that. They find their camp. They find a really good spot. Flat land, kind of a clearing. They have trees around them. They can hear like a creek and stuff kind of over to the right.
Nice.
Good spot for turkeys to be. It's getting kind of dark, so they're like, all right, come here. We'll make camp for the night. They settle in. They make their camp. First night, going pretty well. Nothing crazy. They may hear some animals outside the fire glow, couple cracks, this, that, could be squirrels, could be a deer. Yeah, exactly. That's what they figure. It's really nothing. They head off to bed. The first guy, let's call him Bill. Bill wakes up in the middle of the night. He hears something scratching around, and he wakes up to.
And they got guns and shit because they're hunting.
Yeah, they got guns. They're armed, and they're skilled outdoorsmen. Been hunting all their lives, so they know how to handle themselves. They know what they're looking for. Bill wakes up in the middle of the first night. He's got a raccoon pawing around in his tent there. I think he said he had a zipper open, just to get some airflow and stuff like that. But he had a raccoon in his tent there. Didn't think anything of it, just curious. But it shows that these animals are a little curious to see what's going on with these guys. So next day they wake up and they can see that, their stuff has been messed with a little bit on the outside. They figure it's maybe just a raccoon going through their stuff, think nothing of it. They're just, excited about go out and go turkey hunting. So they get out, they get out in the hunt. Everything's all good. I think they bag a turkey or two or whatnot. They make it back to camp. No encounters. Nothing weird. What do you got there in your hand?
I got a queen 6.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We'll raise them. It's okay.
So they're out there doing the turkey thing. Bag a couple birds. They come back. Now dusk is settling on the second night. they see from the distance on the road that they pulled up in, they see a truck coming up. Like, oh man, that's kind of weird. We're kind of out here in the middle of nowhere. Truck comes up, pulls up. It's not a Ranger or anything like that. Another dude in an older type pickup truck. And he gets out. Yeah, and they start jib-jabbing, start shooting the shit. And they're talking, busting balls. And I think the guy in the truck's name was like Bubba. And he's like, oh yeah, you know, dude talks about like, oh yeah, we had yeah, we're all good here, and you know, and to Bubba's town was like, hey guys, just so you're aware, we had something come through our camp last night, kind of messed with our stuff, and gave us a little spook there. And he's like, so just be careful, you know, we weren't really quite kind of sure what it was, but if you guys want, you know, they're chumming it up, and if you guys want to need anything, we're only like, you know, a mile that way up on the mountain or wherever they were.
Kind of out there for the same
Yeah,
reason
well,
and
yeah,
shit.
they're hunting and stuff. He's like, we're over there about a mile, so we're not in your area, you're not in ours, but you know, you guys want to come by, and we're out there. So he's like, cool. So guy gets in his old truck and, you know,
Putters away
down the road towards where him and his buddy, the other guy, were camping. Towards where Bubba was camping, going back to his camp. So the guy's like, oh, cool, all right. So they you know, they finished making their way back to the camp, to their camp, and settle in. Now it's getting a little later, you know, fire's going, you know, you got the glow from the fire. And then you know, they start hearing this and that out in the brush. You know, you hear some rustling, some walking. Sounds like 4 legs, and then it sounds like 2 legs. And you know, and that's something that catches their attention kind of quick because
they know.
Yeah,
like they're hunters. They're like that. Nothing walks like that.
Yeah, like I said, like they can hear from 4 legs. And you know, you'll be surprised you can hear something 4 legs scrambling around out there if it's a deer or whatever, compared to 2 legs. So that kind of caught their attention. You know, like, hey, who's out there? You know, nothing. And then as the night goes on, you know, probably like an hour later, they start seeing bigger figures. A bigger figure out in the woods there, in the wood line. And now they're getting a little, you know, like, oh, okay, like, is there a guy out there that's calling out, like, hey, Bubba, like, thinking it's the other guy they saw earlier. And then they start hearing kind of like, almost like a growl.
That's not good.
Yeah. So now they're getting a little freaked out. You know, they're kind of like sitting by the fire looking. They got their guns, you know, they got their rifles by their side because they're out in the woods. And besides turkey, there's other thing out there, you know, like bears, and I'm sure they got their fair shares of cougars out there and things like that. So, you know, it's always important to be safe out in the woods because you never know.
And they're deep in the woods, dude.
Yeah,
so there's
like
wild shit out
they're
there.
Like a couple miles down there. Luckily, there was another guy. But they start seeing figures from this glow, and then they get hit. They get hit with some sort of paralyzing fear, and this is something you hear with a lot of different cryptids, either coming from Sasquatch, from Dogman, could be the Rake, if you're into those kind of newer cryptids. But this paralyzing fear wave hit that just collapses people. They can't move. As the 2 guys are sitting in their chairs with their guns by their sides, they can see this figure slowly moving out of the woods towards them. And it was, as he said, the biggest wolf he's ever seen. This is probably like 15, 20 feet away from them, just outside the fire's glow. And they can see it creeping up on them. And then as it's like probably like 12 feet away from them, they can see it just stand up. And this thing must have been, he said, like 7 to 12 feet tall.
Holy shit.
And it's making a slow approach, and it's like growling, and these guys are just stuck. can't move,
Yeah,
can't
dude.
make a sound. And if this is like an ultrasonic attack that they say like some cryptids have, whatever it was, or if it's just sheer fear just paralyzing you, as he gets closer, Bill was able to launch off a shot, and he said it was close enough you could hear it hit it, and he was able to get off 2 quick shots. I guess it was like an automatic firing weapon or whatever. And as the bullets hits it, he hits it in the top left shoulder, and then another one near it, and he could see it give out a roar and hear it, and it stumbles back into the
Which if it screams like that, the guys down at the other camp probably fucking heard it too.
Yeah. So they heard it, and then it runs into the woods, and they go and try to track it. And now this is this is kind of later in the night. I'd say probably around like 11
and
or
it's
something. And
fucking
it's dark. So they hear it, and they hear it scurrying off, making noises in the woods, and like getting further and further away. And they're like, holy shit. So they didn't sleep that night.
Yeah.
They were up all night, just
waiting
paralyzed,
for the morning.
One looking one way, one looking the other way.
Time to pack up and go.
Yeah. Because you can't. They have to do a little hiking, then a little driving, and things like that. Where the other guys, where they met up those other guys, they were kind of turkey hunting by a road. So those guys came up on them on the road. So as they're hightailing out of there the next day,
early morning.
As soon as the sun hits, they're gone. They had to hike a little bit, and then they got in their truck and out of Dodge. They go to the nearest town. They find the police department, the sheriff, the rangers. They tell them what happened. It's too crazy not to know what happened. Mm-hmm. And they kind of razz them, talking about how they're city boys. It's their first time out hunting. They just saw a bear, and they probably had too much to drink, and blah, 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 blah. And as the sheriff and police are kind of berating them, they look out the window, and they see a tow truck. And on the tow truck, they see Bubba's pickup truck from where they were hunting. And this thing had claw marks. It was all torn up from something that like attacked it. And as it goes on, Bubba wasn't there to claim his truck. And it didn't look like Bubba even made it out alive from that truck. So that's just one of the aggressive tales of out in the woods on how these things are. It's never good to become face to face. Now they can be dealt with things like that, with firearms, but giving this thing like a slow blink ain't gonna save you. Or with brown bears, if it's black, fight back. If it's a brown, lay down. That stuff ain't helping you. If you see a dog man, like you're in the ground, that's it. You're dead. But unless you have a firearm or something to
that's
help
crazy.
Help defend you. Because like, what are these things? They can be. It could be whatever, man. Like
the fact that they saw the guy's truck.
Yeah.
Is crazy town.
So I mean, I don't know if they didn't know the guy, so they don't know if he ever came back or if he's from the local town. But these are just they're the encounters that you get. A lot of close calls. Some of the other encounters you get are people like driving down the highway at 2-3 a.m. and
they're just in the road,
and
right?
they're in the road,
they're just in the road. I heard one. I don't remember the whole story, but it was like they were like driving down the road, and it's like literally like underneath the street light.
Yeah, you get a lot of those of entities or beings or creatures just in the street light, like fully visible for them to see. And I don't know if it's so. There's like these things are seen more with people around like 11, 10 to midnight when there's more people out. But then these things like to roam around at night between like, between like
Yeah, and what
11
does
and
their
5.
and what does their vision look like compared to what you're seeing? It's probably not nighttime to them.
Yeah, they probably have night vision. Yeah, if these things are coming out at night, they're nocturnal. I know Bigfoot, supposedly they have big round eyes that are like all pupils.
Like
that
cat eyes and shit, right?
Adapted to night vision because, they're nocturnal creatures, or they're at dusk and dawn and stuff like that, like out and about. That's when they're mainly stomping around. But some other, like, you'll get dogman stories of people driving down the road at like 3 in the morning, and the one encounter was 2 guys were driving to out in college out in Ohio, driving to college in Ohio, and I think they're coming up from the West Virginia direction. So they're kind of coming up in that area, in that kind of wooded north to east corridor of states. And from that West Virginia to Ohio path, there ain't nothing out there. Like you're cutting through PA.
Oh yeah,
it's just empty. It really is. Once you get past halfway through that state, it just really empties out. Even if you get past Philadelphia, and it empties out a lot. So this happened in like early 90s. So this is pre-internet, and that's another thing. I'll get back to the story, but that's another thing about these older encounters, that this is like pre-internet. This is pre movies like Underworld, or you got like movies like The Howling and American Werewolf in London, and Wolf and things like that. Oh
man, American Werewolf in London.
But they're just movies. The Wolfman was popular, but like Lon Chaney and stuff. But they're not like these tales, in the woods of local. They're just like you said before, like folklore.
Yes.
Here, you want to talk and play?
What are we doing? Are we showing? No.
Yeah, whatever. I wouldn't show. We got $600.
So yeah, a lot of these stories are pre-internet. So these are people, and you see like these shows, like that Dogman show, Encounters show I was talking about. A lot of these people don't tell these stories in a social setting because they are like, you can be ridiculed and things like that. So a lot of these times, if these people can tell these stories anonymously on these internet shows, they're more than likely to go for it, because something like that really does kind of, damn, what are we doing, man? All right, let's, that becomes like an interesting hobby of yours. Like, if you experience something like that and you're like, what the heck was that? Like,
well, yeah, now there's communities for it.
And now there's communities for it because it's becoming more and more popular. Besides like the TV shows and things like that with Bigfoot, you can even.
What do you got?
Pair of 4.
Pair of 4s.
Check. Let's see how these people go.
That's a crazy story, dude.
Yeah. So the other story I was telling about in the 90s. So these guys are making their way up. These guys are making their way up from college from like West Virginia to Ohio. So they're making their way up through, it's like middle of the night now. They're driving up. So they're like on the highway going, and the dude said that this thing ran. So it's like a 4-lane highway with a median in between oncoming traffic.
Okay.
So it's a larger thing. And then there's like, I guess like a hill, mountainous area to the right, where it's more like a hill that they're driving down. So this guy said that, I don't like the looks of this. This guy said that he could see this thing running down. There's no other cars on the roads, just them, headlights. And I guess the high beams are on enough that you can illuminate the surrounding area. He said he could see this thing running down the hill, like come into the oncoming traffic lanes, jump over the median, and go to attack their car.
Jesus.
So this thing had like dead set on them. And he said he had a good solid like 4 seconds of looking at this thing, of them going towards it and then seeing it lit up by the taillights behind them for another split second. And he said he could see the teeth, he could see the barrel chest on this thing, he could see the height, and he thought it got the car. But they later checked and it didn't. But just to see that this thing was after them in the middle of the night with nothing else around. These things are very dangerous. And people, they like to kind of group these together with Bigfoot and say, oh, Bigfoot dog man.
Ooh,
that's what we got,
there
right?
you go.
We got 2 pair.
2 pair. Let's go.
People like to kind of group them together with, hairy hominoids in the woods that people sometimes see. They gotta be the same, but they're really not.
Yeah, I feel like the Bigfoots are not going to attack you unless you're attacking them or you're damaging their like living area, which we talked about last time.
Yeah, and you really don't hear a lot of stuff on a Bigfoot attacking. Now you have you have stories on Bigfoot.
Yeah, take it out. Yeah, let's go. All in?
Yeah, 70. You hear stories of Bigfoot coming around your campsite, messing with your stuff, tapping. A lot of messing with your stuff. That's
messing with your stuff.
That's like the
That's
biggest
more
thing
than being,
Bigfoot
like,
doing.
Looking at shit.
Yeah, like telling you that they're there.
400. Are you going to call her?
Oh shit! I didn't even realize I did that.
Oh, all in. You can cancel it.
It's all in, baby. Let's
go.
2 pair. $2,000.
Oh my god. Everybody's all in. 8-6. He had a straight.
Straight. I didn't like it.
And we're out.
For good. You don't get to see my cards.
Damn, he just took out 3 people.
Sorry, I just ruined your game.
No, you're good.
That was 20 years of working on.
20 years. We'll be back in. Let's go. We're back in.
We gotta wait like 5 minutes.
No, you gotta wait for this hand to be done.
So yeah, like with Bigfoot stories, you get some stories, like I said, like with them, like messing with you, you'll get some tree knock, some things. If they show themselves, it's to seriously intimidate you. That's like the last, of the last, and people usually hightail it with that. Or if they do, they usually do shoot them or something like that, and then they retreat. With these dogman stories, it's always them attacking a person, attacking a car, or even just like almost people escaping by the skin of their teeth, because that's how these creatures, whatever they are, that's what they are, and that's why people think that these things are created, to terrorize people.
Yeah.
These aren't natural occurring animals. That they are some sort of animal human hybrid thing. Maybe if you go to some of the more the religious people, they'll say these are the Nephilim in the Bible, or some of the Nephilim.
Explain that real quick if you don't know what that is.
So the Nephilim are in the Bible. I think in Genesis or Revelation, Genesis, they talk about the gods came down in the old days and were so captivated by women that they created giants, and that's what it says. It calls them giants.
So Anunnaki stuff.
Anunnaki stuff. Actually, Gilgamesh is considered to be a Nephilim. He was one of the last Nephilim rulers. So was Goliath and David and Goliath. Goliath was a giant. He was supposed to be part Nephilim. I think half Nephilim.
Interesting.
Yeah, and that's why it was such a feat to defeat him. For David.
Oh, that's a good point too.
Yeah, that he was like the ancient Nephilim. So it could be something like that, but a lot of people, the more in the dogman community you hear, unlike Bigfoot, where people don't claim Bigfoot's a human animal hybrid, they say, oh no,
It's like an ancient.
it's like an ancient being that's been on Earth for
long
eons,
time.
maybe even before humans.
This is some fucking wild
But
shit.
yeah, but that stuff for Dogman, that don't cut it. That don't fly. People go right off to human hybrid created by the government. It's super soldier, this and that, and that's something else. That's like it could be.
They think that the Dogmen is super soldiers.
They think the Dogman is a super soldier created by the government.
Interesting.
Yeah. So you get a lot of Dogman encounters around military bases and things like that. And inside bases, outside bases, and which is really peculiar. Same thing with Sasquatch. You get a lot of Sasquatch stuff around military bases. And it's either to... military bases are very secure.
Hotspots.
There's usually a lot of land around them, a lot of untouched land. So it's a good spot for these cryptids, these animals to live in because they don't get a lot of visitors. It's isolated. They don't get people walking through these woods, especially around a military base. That's a larger military base.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's protected and
it's quiet.
It's quiet, and and the government can keep an eye on these beings as they're in their vicinity. A lot of people think that
pull that off with a pair of kings.
There's a lot of cryptid activity in state forests, in national forests, and things like that.
Ace Jack.
Pair of fours. Just look into the missing 411. That's a lot of stuff that takes place in national forests of people disappearing and some really.
Oh, that's a good transition. Let's talk about the 401 stuff and what that is. I don't know if you had that lined up, but we can talk a little bit more about that.
I know it's just encounters of people just missing in state forest, national.
Do you want to talk a little bit about how that program started and why national forests are such a hot spot?
Just untouched woods.
Untouched woods.
Yeah. So
alien shit.
National forests are a great spot for cryptids. National forests, state forests, any resource area that's been reserved or protected. That's a great spot for these things to be. Or any wooded area. I think with a Bigfoot, you need at least a mile radius of woods. You need high, low altitudes, some hills, valleys, mountains. Flow water, anything to sustain life. How these things live out in the wilderness. You have plenty of deer to eat, so food is out there.
And they might not even eat.
If they're as bizarre as the people think they are with like Nephilim things, people also associate it with like a spiritual aspect of it.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's the more you get into it, the more bizarre it goes, and that's kind of just what it is. I'm getting a little lightheaded. Talking.
All good. That's interesting. A part of it too is like, there's a lot of like, how can I say this? I'm gonna call this guy. There's a lot of it that is, part of it's, he has 2 kings, you fucking pussy. Pocket kings. A lot of it is also understanding, like, why are the environments in the way they are, right? Mm-hmm. Like, and how are they, like, living in those environments? We talked about the Bigfoot stuff, too. Like, there's a lot of them that are also, like, half human, half, vibrationally here in different elements and assets as well. And that's a huge part of it as well. But
yeah, and that's like what I was saying. Like with Bigfoot encounters, they're terrifying. I'd say probably like 60% of them are on the terrifying.
It's also it's also an unknown factor too.
That's the essence of the majority of fear of things in people is the unknown. You don't know how things are going to end up, and that's and that shit goes down to everyday life. Like people who have public anxiety, social anxiety, things like that. It's just because it's just the unknown of anticipating on what's going to happen that will really give you really shut you down in an anxious way. But even the Bigfoot, like you're talking about, that like a vibrational thing, there are different areas of Bigfoot where, you know, the skunk apes down in Florida are different stories than like, the teaching types
and the Bigfoot up in Seattle compared, and like that whole Vancouver area compared to, I mean, the Michigan stuff that you hear compared to the Florida stuff that you hear.
There's out there stories of Bigfoot, more than one, different people who I don't believe have contact with each other, but people that have Bigfoot on their property and they have a relationship with them. They literally communicating with it, have it be mind speak or through items, even in a teaching way of them coming to people in dreams or seeing them in a holographic or vibrational state. And these are, more of the woo and bizarre stories.
Dude, look at that. That
Bigfoot.
6 came out on the thing. We could have got it straight. Anyway, sorry.
But he didn't see, unlike World Championship Poker, he didn't bet his whole hand on a freaking. We would have had a bang up straight there. But he didn't. I think this game is programmed a little better than World Championship Poker. So you have a different vibrational aspect there with Bigfoot. But you don't get that with Dogman. All the Dogman encounters seem to be across the board all the same. So people think that they made these cryptids, and possibly other ones, are being placed in these areas for torment to, kind of bring down the vibration, to bring down, terrorize people on this stuff. So a lot of these hybrid stuff that
is it escape stuff, or do you think it's like made in a lab shit and then put out into the wild?
I think it's made in a lab shit and put out in the wild. Because you have, like we were talking about before.
Let's get that 5.
They got those programs in Montauk and like Plum Island and things like that. That are hybrids. I mean, you look up the Montauk monster. That was something that washed up on the shore in when? That was in 2010. Freaking pig, cat, human thing washed up at the shores of Montauk because they got a freaking genetic lab that they're running.
Right there, dude, legit.
In Plum Island.
Full genetic lab.
Yeah. And that's like, and they do biological stuff there. That's where Lyme's disease came out of Connecticut up there in Lyme, Connecticut, that they may be doing biological research on those islands as well. So you never know.
Well, they're definitely doing crazy shit on that.
So
and that's a government-funded research facility too. Like, you got to remember too, like they were doing crazy genetics with the Germans before, like in like beginning of World War I, with all the eugenics shit that they were doing, and they were like trying to create new people and animals and things.
Yeah,
and
eugenics.
Can we attach, like, how can we create a person that has the ability to regenerate like lizards if we get lizard things? That's like they were doing wild, and one of the
goes into like the super soldier
experiments
program.
look like. And then I was gonna say, and then it kind of turned into the super soldier program because they learned some things that they could do and things that they couldn't do, and then it just went haywire.
And that's funny that you bring that up, like. These ideas of these hybrids and these super soldier programs do go back to the eugenics, and do go back to these idea of superior humans. Have it be superior in like muscle mass, or superior in just
dude, and all that shit is all done on purpose. Do you think that there's not a reason? Like, it started in like the Back to the Future days, right? Like, they had voice video chat and all this stuff and all this future tech that's like not that far off anymore in like movies, because they want you to get like into it. Like, they released Alexa 18 months after like getting the world like affiliated with Jarvis in the first Iron Man movie, right? And then Alexa came out and it wasn't that weird anymore.
Yeah,
right. That's a big part of it. So like, there's a reason that they have Captain America as the whole thing, and they put him through this tiny little guy and turn him into this super soldier, so that like if it comes out, people aren't as they're not as
even that story. I mean, that story was written in the 40s.
in the 40s.
They're talking about super. Well, I mean, exactly. Like they were talking about super soldiers and stuff in the 40s when Captain America was written. That wasn't a bizarre idea. I mean, to be happening in real life. But if you're writing about, if they're making up comic book characters about super soldiers, those ideas aren't far off in what
What's
they're
really
actually
happening.
doing.
And in the early days of Marvel, especially with Captain America, it was all fucking propaganda to fight the Nazis. Like he literally, Red Skull was a Nazi. They called it not Nazis.
Yeah, I mean,
but he was pretty much a Nazi.
his name was Captain America.
Captain America.
Yeah.
Fucking so
Yeah, it was all
terrible,
war
dude.
propaganda. But you know, it pans out and turns into what it is.
It's crazy. All right, we're gonna sit out for take a quick 9-minute break, and then we'll come right back. We got some good stuff coming up too. I think we're gonna go down Super Soldiers next, so let's do it. All right, we'll be back. Hey. right, Andy's on his way back. We're here. What's the deal? We're in loot cases. We're getting beat up, kids. Gotta hop back in here and try to win some money. All right, here we go. Oh, dude, where are we at? This is a new level. I've never been in here. Oh, the meat shop. They must have changed this. Where's everybody's money at? Everybody's new, right? Yeah, they just started. Yeah, so when he gets back, we're gonna hop into some super soldier talk about the programs with that too. So that's gonna be really fun. And it's a good episode so far. I hope you guys are enjoying it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do that. Like this video, it goes a long way. You'd be surprised how much that helps us out. He has literally a full list here of just things here. Hybrid super soldiers, armor, the blue portal light, whatever that is. I don't even know what that means. He's got just random names written all down here. I mean, this is his list. Look at his list. Look at his wild list of. You guys see that? This is his notes of his chaos, and he drew a picture of Dogman as well. So that's pretty ridiculous. All right, where are we at? Yeah, so we're gonna dive into that now and just pick up kind of where we left off. So we're back on, bud. The people are waiting for you. All right, so before we went on break, we were just talking about the Captain America shit and all the super soldier stuff, and I think we're gonna kind of go down that realm. Hybrids. So the floor is yours, and I feel like I can contribute a little bit more now that we're past Dogman, because I know you did a lot into that. That was crazy, but anxious, excited to hear about more stories here.
With super soldiers and alien or human, keep saying alien hybrids, human animal hybrids on what this is.
They also do like
it's still Dogman. It's so some of the belief in Dogman is that he's a animal human hybrid created by the military to be used for practical applications on experiments, a super soldier program. Because, like, why would you want some sort of super soldier? You know, like, what's a better soldier than
how do you control them? You just train them?
Well, I mean,
like,
you would have to have some sort of handler.
Oh, this guy, I can't do that.
So there was a trucker.
Let me go shut this door as you talk.
Oh, there's a little commotion in the background, folks. I don't know if that's Did you hear that? Dogman. Dogman!
What up, Dogman?
What up, dog?
Yeah, what up, Dogman?
Yeah, if you ever see a Dogman, just keep some milk bones on your.
Dude, they love
at
milk
all
bones.
times.
Dude, they love milk bones.
Toss them a milk bone or. Like,
oh, we got the fucking 10 on the river.
We're like one
we
of those...
don't need the 10. We needed something else. Oh wait,
7.
no, I had.
Oh, now we need 7.
The 7, okay.
Yeah, you need like some milk bones or one of those comically cartoonish sausage links.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
that's
keep one of those, like 2 or 3 on the link, and toss them, and you should be good. So there was a trucker. There's another tale of a Dogman. I think this also. I'm trying to think where this happened at. I believe this was in that land between the lakes area as well. So this is another story, in that region of. It's called the land between the lakes. This is between Kentucky and Tennessee, and there is a system of lakes and rivers that run there, and then in between it, there's the 2 massive lake systems, lake and river systems. Is a like a pocket of forests and things like that. And
Okay.
in this area, it's just a bizarre area of just a lot of things happen, a lot of weird things happen. Kind of like an inlet of the Bermuda Triangle.
That's what I was gonna say. Is it like Bermuda Triangle
Yeah,
energy, where it's
yeah.
just kind of like a weird spot where the energy's just kind of weird?
It's just a weird spot where the energy is kind of weird, and that area of the United States, actually of the world, is, believe it or not, is some of the oldest land in the world.
In the Michigan area? Is that what you're saying?
That land between the lakes down in like Kentucky,
Oh.
on the Appalachian Mountains.
Oh, man.
So the Appalachian Mountains were some of the first mountain ranges formed on Earth, not like in the United States, but on Earth. If you look at the Appalachian Mountains compared to like things like the Himalayas or the Rockies, who have like mountain peaks, like literal like peaks.
Yeah, but a lot of the mountains too are also dead giants.
That's a good one.
That's a whole other story.
a lot of
You look at some of them, and it's like them,
The
their
outline.
faces and their bodies and shit. It's kind of weird.
But the mountains on the Appalachian mountain range, they're all rolled over, so they don't have the peaks there. They're a lot shorter, not as tall as the other mountain ranges, but they're rolled over, so they don't have the big peaks because they're so old. And with this old antiquity land comes, I guess, a lot of old antiquity creatures that come with it. And who knows what cave systems are throughout. I know Kentucky and Tennessee have tons of cave systems. I think Kentucky is one of the largest cave systems in the world.
What?
If I'm not mistaken, maybe second largest in the world. If not one of the largest caves in the world. That area out there is just something else, man. I'm sure it's beautiful, just the wildlife and
I'm sure it's
and just
amazing.
the wilderness out there. Unlike anything, that's a dirty table.
Oh, we're in the butcher. We're in the
Okay,
the basement of the butcher. Yeah,
I think that looks like he has like a blood splatter
butcher's
in front
basement right now.
of him. That's the best card games get held in the butcher's basement.
That's where we're at.
So this trucker's, another tale that happens to someone in the middle of the night. Trucker, Don Daniels. I forget his name. Let's call him Don Daniels. Don's making his route. You know, doing his cargo haul, coming from Arkansas, going all the way up to Minnesota. So that is a heck of a run. Making great time, making good, feeling good, going good. It's like 2 a.m. He's in between there in Kentucky and Tennessee, land between the lakes, riding on the highway. Only truck on the road. As he's trucking along, he starts hearing something on his truck, like a bang, bang, bang. Now he's going like 50, 60 down the highway. There's bang, bang, bang. And on his passenger side, and he's like, oh, what the hell is that? Did I hit something? Did something fall off, hitting the side of the truck? As he looks in his rear view, as he looks on his passenger side mirror, he sees something, a figure, a blob,
Running with the truck.
running with the side of the truck.
Jesus.
Who knows what it is? He's like, what the hell is that? Thinking it's something that he caught on that he's dragging. Just a good solid 5 seconds of kind of looking in the mirror, hearing the sound, looking in the mirror, trying to like, what the hell is that? And then before he knows it, before he can get the next thought in his head, he sees it peering up in the driver window. Two big eyes, a gnarly snout, and teeth. He can see that there is this dog man keeping pace with his truck
Holy shit.
as it's looking in. He can see it trying to grab at the door.
Like trying to open the door.
Trying to grab at the door and open it up.
What the
And this
fuck?
is something that you hear on a good amount of Dogman encounters of them just like the last one we had about them trying to attack vehicles. Not only attacking vehicles, but trying to get into vehicles. And we actually, there's a lot of dogman stories that involve cars. We heard that other one about the turkey hunters, of them witnessing the ravaged truck being towed out of the area. And who knows who called for that tow? It could have been military, it could have been police, it could have been Bubba himself.
Well, like you were saying before the last episode with the Bigfoot stuff, like when there's those attacks like that, that's now you call the Men in Black shit in, and they quarantine it off, and then they clean up the crime scene and all that shit.
And then you get these military entities coming in and investigating dogman attacks
and flashing everybody with the lights.
Yeah, Don Daniels shitting himself as he's looking at this
thing doing 60 miles an hour
running, trying to get into the truck cab. You know, being on the road for so long has taught this trucker how to survive. So he always keeps a rifle in his cab, in his bedding area, and always has his pistol sidearm on him, his Colt revolver 45.
You never know when you're
single
gonna
action
need it, I'm
army
sure.
with a DS2 grip and a nice single shot aluminum barrel discharge with the with the gloss cover and 2 decadent barrel.
Good job, you did pretty good for being a gun guy. I'm a gun guy now.
I'm a gun guy.
I'm a big gun guy now.
Gun guy now since I got in the dog man. So he reaches for his firearm, goes to shoot through the window, shoots it. He makes contact on the first shot.
Just shatters the glass.
Blows out the window. Glass in the dog's in the cryptid's face. He hits it right in the neck. It takes a massive blow back, but it hangs onto the truck.
Oh my god.
It's furiously trying to claw its way into the cab. Now it has easy access with an open window. Stricken by terror and fear and trying to control
there's no window
a truck, he gets off another round. Direct hit right in its face. He can see he absolutely nailed it as the dogman's head flies back. Its body stiffens up as it is paralyzed from the blast in the face. He sees it sees it disappear from the doorway, and he can see it in the rearview mirror rolling into the street. Jesus. As it is dead. It appears dead as he catching his breath and catching his brain on what happened.
Jesus.
He has to reassure that this was real, that he just didn't just have some sort of bizarre late night hallucination. It makes his way like a quarter mile up the road. During this desolate stretch of highway, he does see a turnaround point. He manages to get the truck into the turnaround point, scraping taking some brush with him as he's making a emergency U-turn in a freaking semi.
Why are you going back?
As he's going back, he can see headlights pulled over to the side of the road. As he's across the highway, he sees the headlights of a Jeep shining on the area where the dog man hit the ground. You can see a commotion had happened there. You can see blood. You can see a mile roll pattern where there's a pool of blood, and then a smear of blood as it looks like this thing was drugged into the woods off to the side. He slows down and pulls over to the side of the road, and he gets out of the truck as he sees the people with the 2 people in a Jeep. Now we're in the middle of nowhere, and it's 2 a.m.
Yeah, it's late.
And now you have these. You just had this encounter, and now this has got to be.
There's just 2 people there.
5-10 minutes after he had the encounter. now these people are in the Jeep shining on their lights onto the commotion area, and he pulls up and he goes, "Do you guys need help with anything?" And they look at him like he's like crazy, and they're like, "Nah," and he's like, "Oh, what are you guys doing out here?" And they're like, "Oh, nothing. We just it looks like there was like a bear fight or something, and we were just checking it out." And he's like, "Oh, you guys need to get off the road. You know, this stuff is dangerous. You know, try not still in total disbelief of his encounter that he just had. God forbid him try to explain to these people what just happened. Tells them to get off the road. Some crazy stuff's happening. I would, you know, as he scurries away quickly into his truck and tries to do another U-turn to turn around to go the other way. As he drives past them, they can see the claw marks on his truck and the busted out window. And I guess they can put two and two together and see some sort of
Something happened.
bizarre happened to Don Daniels as he told his tale to them of, "You need to leave." So as he pulls up to his port to make his delivery, you know, he's in a bit of a frenzy. He unloads, he goes back to his company, and he tells his dispatcher
What the hell happened?
what happened. And in disbelief, the dispatcher's like, okay, or like the company guy, his manager, whomever, it's like, okay, you know, we'll like, you know, we'll note it on something. So Don's like, you know, this is like really bizarre. So you know, it's a company truck, so he goes to get his truck fixed and blah blah blah. He goes, you know, this is like really bizarre. I really want to like, he wants to document it for his own sanity. So the next day, the truck goes to go in for repair on the torn up door and the window and all this stuff. So he's like, you know, I want to get photos of this just so I can have it for myself. So he goes to the truck repair place, and he's like, hey, like, you know, my truck was just in here yesterday. Just got brought in yesterday for door repair, blah, blah, blah. And the guy's like, all right, let me see. And he's like, oh, that truck's done. It's already done. He's like, oh, like, that was really quick. He's like, can I get a photo of the door? So instead of fixing the door, they just replaced the entire door. So he's
Makes
like,
sense.
can I get like a photo of the door? He's like, no, it's been hauled away and it was destroyed. And he's like, oh, that's like, and that kind of caught him off guard a little bit, because that's like, one, really fast
Really fast.
for a truck body shop repair like that, and two, to haul away the scrap metal that quick on a job that was done that fast and then have it destroyed. So that was like, okay, that was really weird. And then in the process, you know, the company wanted to do like a cab inspection and stuff. And so, so we had like the cab inspection done and everything. But there was something that was a little different with this. There were some other people. You know, this is probably like 4 to 5 days after the incident. So he got called down to do, you know, since there was like this accident and things like that, they had to do a cab inspection. But it just wasn't general management there to do the cab inspection. There were some additional figures that were there that he didn't recognize.
Huh.
And these people did the cab inspection by themselves without the company there. And it turned out that these people were actually unidentified military. And they told him, after they did the cab inspection, he was a little worried because he had that rifle in there, which to company policy he wasn't supposed to have. So he was a little nervous that, you know, like he might get reprimanded or whatnot. And this guy's been driving trucks for, you know, over a decade now. So, you know, he has his concealed carry. He's all good on the books, but just against company policy to carry firearms. But like I said, he's been a truck driver for over a decade. So he knows, you know, it's always good for safety to keep firearms. So he always kept his rifle in his cab, in his sleeper cab, and then, you know, his sidearm on him for quick access. So as these two individuals were doing the inspection, they saw the rifle. They did apprehend the gun, the rifle that he had there. His sidearm he did keep because that's his personal weapon that he keeps with him all the time. And then they did identify themselves as, like I said, they were unidentified military, but they came out to say, "You killed our asset." And by this time, he recognized that things were a little off.
You killed our asset? What the
how
fuck does
fast
that mean?
how fast the truck was done, the disposal of the door, these new people who he didn't recognize doing the cab inspection, the two people in the street
Randomly?
with the Jeep that were investigating the dog man attack shortly after it just happened, and then the fact that they told him what happened, like, oh, it was a bear attack. And then, so as he's doing this inspection, they say, "You killed our asset." And he's like, "What are you talking about? I didn't kill anybody." And they're like, on Highway 853 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then, you know, by this time, he went like white and was like, and he knew what was going on. And, you know, now he's kind of mouthing off to him like, "Well, you keep your dog on the leash, we wouldn't have these problems." And because now it's confirmed, and he's almost like kind of angry.
Yeah.
Of what's happening, and that these people knew of this thing, and they were kind of almost risking his life. They're more concerned about the freaking creature's life than his life, because this thing was trying to maul in and kill him. As they kind of like tell him that they know what's going on, they tell him to keep quiet. They tell him this never happened, and that they're going to be watching him. And then like a couple days later, he's at the bank, and all of his accounts are frozen. And he's like, "Oh, that's weird. Like, why?" And they're like, "Oh, was there something?" They said that it looked like it was coming from like a federal freeze for some sort of reason. So eventually got all straightened out, and his accounts got unlocked pretty quickly. But that was kind of a flex on.
Yeah, like this is
Don't fuck
look
with
how
us.
easy it is for us.
Yeah, like we can mess with you. You better stay quiet. A couple months go by, you know. This happened years ago, so he's not talking. A couple months go by.
And who's gonna believe him?
Yeah. He gets in the cab of his car with his wife, and they look in the back seat, or the cab in his truck. They look in the back seat, and there's a big box, like a package. And he's like, "This isn't mine." And they open it up, and it's the freaking rifle that was confiscated from his job a couple months ago. And it was all like in a box, like a delivery box, and it was in the back seat of his truck. And his truck was locked. There's no way to get in with, you know, a window or like the back cab or whatnot. And this was just like another nod of like these agents going,
We were here.
We're still here.
We were here.
We can get in your shit. You better stay buttoned up on what happened to you. And then I think, you know, enough time has lapsed where he's kind of coming out and telling these stories now and becoming public. But this is kind of like a double whammy, because it shows you another story of these dogman creatures attacking vehicles.
Yeah, that's crazy. And they're fast.
Actively attacking vehicles. And they're fast. Fast as shit. Attacking vehicles. And then you have this military aspect of it, of government, of you know, these military assets. Oh, excuse me. That these things are almost trained and created. And they do have a close eye on them. You know, where they are, or if they're, I would even bet they may even be chipped or something like that.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
That's why they knew exactly where
They
it
knew where it
was.
was, and whoever their handlers aren't always far behind them. Where these creatures are, I'm sure they can track them. They always stay within an area of them, driving around them to clean up these incidences when they do happen.
100%.
Because I'm sure they happen more than they don't. If you have an unregulated freaking dog being that is just kind of
Terrorizing.
terrorizing people on the mountainsides, and like they are pseudo uncontrollable.
And it's also so densely populated that it's just like it becomes tales from the locals.
It comes tales from the locals, and that's kind of like what happened with that 1970s song from that radio station, where I'm sure that song was produced because of some sort of folklore in the area of these dogmen. And as they play as a joke, you know, like you said, like it does turn into a real folklore, and then people come out and say like, no, like this shit happened to me too. It's always these little instant stories of I saw this, I saw that. You know, going in the woods, I don't go. And that's like the credibility of the people. According to the North American Dogman Project, a third of the sightings of Dogman come from police and military. A third. 33% of these sightings come from police and military, which is that's a pretty big percentage. And they are credible witnesses. You're not gonna have military guys and police officers just willy-nilly talking about Dogman and Bigfoot, saying that they witnessed it. That was like one of the most recent Bigfoot sightings in Pennsylvania. Was up in Center County, which is literally like the center of the state. There was an ex-military guy, high-ranking, I think he was ex-Navy or whatnot, and driving down, you know, tale as old as time, driving down the road, and he sees this thing on the side of the road and go, that's not anything I recognize. And these are military guys, so they're, you know, they're trained to assess situations, assess what's going on, assess objects, vehicles, people, threats. So, you know, these people are very credible, and, you know, he sees this thing, doesn't recognize it, it crosses the road at an alarming speed. You know, they say these things take 2-3 strides, and they're across the road and gone in the woods in like 2-3 strides, and that's huge. You know, these are 7-foot strides made by like a 7-8 foot, you know, creature. So these things are out the door.
Quick.
Yeah, they're quick. And these are like the benefits on why would they create some sort of super soldier that is this horrendous of a half man, half wolf. And it's like, I would think that, you know, people use dogs in policing and military for, you know, tale as old as time.
That's the best of both worlds kind of thing.
Yeah, so why not have a super soldier that you can...
And they're the wild ones. What about the ones that they've trained and they almost are like the winter soldier? They're like the winter soldier and shit.
I think these are the ones that are trained, or they're training to an extent, because you do get stories of these figures and stuff out in military bases. And if they are training them, who knows what they're available, or what their capabilities are to do when they're all flushed out and actually become controllable. Because I'm sure they're not all killing machines. I'm sure a lot of them are. And why do they have handlers so close to these
That's crazy. Is the handler element that they're right there when shit's gonna ride.
And they're these
they have cleanup ready at the
cleanup ready to go because they know where these things. And there may be this thing maybe like fivefold where they are, hybrids for the super soldier program, and they might be terrorizing people just to terrorize people, because why not make shit even more crazier. These could be kind of like counteractive to Bigfoot things. They could be, if some of the Bigfoot are trying to work for the best of humanity and try to show humanity the best aspects of being alive, and there's a lot of people that have spiritual teachings from Bigfoot that they get. And like I said, skunk. I don't think skunk apes down in Florida are going to be appearing to people in their dreams or as apparitions, teaching them how to love people and things like that.
Yeah, energy work and shit like that.
Yeah, because in the end, you get a lot of people with stories about Bigfoot just being a big old hippie, which makes sense if you're an ancient humanoid creature on this earth that's been surviving for millions of years in peace and tranquility with nature. You're going to be on the side of peace and tranquility compared to us as in human beings who have been on the side of tech advancement and things like building and evolving externally with technology instead of evolving internally with self, vibration, spirituality, and things like that. And that's ultimately, not to go off on a separate tangent, but I think that is the grand battle between nature and technology. And the Amish may be onto something with technology being manned.
Just stopping at lights.
Yeah, just like
we just kind of stopped at lights.
They don't even do lights. The Amish don't even do zippers. They don't even do bikes. They don't do bikes. They don't do zippers. Even that's too advanced. It depends on what sect of Amish you're doing. There's some that
they're a little more technology.
A little more that have a cell phone in a box at the end of the driveway, and then there's some that that will use it continuously, but then they break off from the Amish. That form of being a Mennonite. And then you have some that are just really buy it still and live it, and but technology as it is used today is kind of pseudo evil on not giving people the best aspects of reality or being the best aspects of being a human.
Yes.
If you're aware of it or not, it's so easy to pass something off as simple as social media.
Well, now with the AI elements coming in, you're seeing more fake videos of aliens and cryptids and all this, and now you don't know what's real and what's fake anymore, and that's this weird veil that's being starting to come in because it's getting ridiculous, and it's still 1997 internet.
Yeah.
So it's not even that great yet, and it already looks sick, and it won't get any worse.
Yeah, and
it's never gonna get worse.
Yeah,
it's just gonna keep getting better. And the big thing is the famous first big AI video was Will Smith eating spaghetti, and then it's you look at it literally 2.5 years later, and you really looks like that's Will Smith eating spaghetti.
It feels like that original Will Smith video that they were wow, look at this. Even though it's haphazard and it's really glitchy and really wonky and it's really kind of shitty.
It's like PS1 to PS5, dude.
But just the fact, I think everyone was amazed by just the fact of a text prompt.
Look at Resident Evil in 1996 and look at what they just released with Resident Evil 9. It's unreal.
And that's Resident Evil in 1996 being made by AOL Instant Messenger. Yeah, I mean, you type in, make me a Resident Evil game, because they, shortly after that Will Smith thing, probably a couple months after, I saw a thing, it was Minecraft. The AI was creating a Minecraft game that you could play, but every time you turned, it was, that's when AI was at its full dream state. that early
For the regs and all that shit.
early AI was the closest thing that I would say this is what a dream is like. Where like there's like two people.
We just getting the worst
there's
hands,
like two
dude.
people in a scene, but they're like the same person, and like they came out of them. You know what I mean? Like real dream stuff where you're like, no, there's two
Where
people,
it's like,
but it was
it's like,
the
it's
same
like
person.
the guy's finger, the hands are
Yeah,
like,
like,
this, and he's like, why does he have two thumbs?
But yeah, exactly. But like the Minecraft that the AI was making, it's like it'll load the scene in front of you, but then if you look over to your left and it has to load something else, it would be different. And then you go back to the original thing you're looking at, and then that will load different. Just like a dream where everything's constantly changing and everything's kind of like
my big thing,
little
my big
bizarre.
thing in dreams is that like I always have something that I have to do, and it's like this whirlwind of obstacles to get to the thing that I know I have to get to. Same kind of deal.
All right, let's do some dream diagnosing. That sounds like you're, stressed out in life. You're going through a lot of things. You have a lot of obstacles in your way of life, and
No, it's just
but
that
you're getting through them.
I'm a GSD guy, so I think in my dreams my brain fucks with me to not be able to get shit done.
GSD.
Get shit done, dude.
Get shit done. Take that Bachman Turner overdrive.
Let's do it.
Bum, bum, bum. All right.
Now that's a crazy story though, and that was very similar to the one that we had on the with the Bigfoot stuff, where the guys did the crime scene and they showed up and they crime scened it all and shit.
Yeah, because they'll do that. You hear Bigfoot stories where people will have encounters with Bigfoot. I heard one story of a Bigfoot. A dude was out there hunting. Here we go again. Dude out there hunting, encountered a Bigfoot, and this was a large male. It was like the classic story. You hear things around you. Hunting or fishing, and you have rocks thrown at you, then you hear the brush, and then, you smell the smell. A lot of the Bigfoot stuff is when people get a full vision of
Yo. Whoa, what's up, dog man?
I got in
2 shirts on.
Oh shit, Tommy 2 shirts over here, dude.
Being joined here.
Say hi to everybody.
Do you have any
Yeah, you good dog man stories?
Dog man? We got dog ma'am here.
We got dog ma'am.
Dog tail over here.
She's a happy
You're
dog.
looking good, man. You're looking like the shoes matching the shirt.
You like that?
Looking real slick.
Cotton shirts on a 95-degree day.
Hey
Woo!
man, cotton breeds better than the spandex.
Yeah,
Or,
so yeah,
the
so
polyester.
The dry blend.
Yeah.
Dry blend.
Dry blends are good. You should really
For sweat.
wear all natural fibers because they just vibrate better for your body.
especially polyester. Polyester vibrates at the same vibrational state as a dead body. That's why you should never wear polyester.
And then if you get caught in a fire, it'll just melt. Caught in
Yeah,
your
so
melty grave.
so you just came in. We were just talking about another encounter with one of these human animal hybrids and the Bigfoot cryptids. How they're always just kind of like in the woods and like
We're talking about Dogman and
super soldiers. How they might be part of the super soldier program as well.
So we were just discussing a story about a guy, a trucker who was attacked by a dogman in his truck. There's a lot of stories about dogman attacking
And then
vehicles, moving
his car
vehicles.
gets all like beat up. He shoots at this thing because it's running like 60 miles an hour. He takes his truck to the like repair shop, and all of a sudden his truck's fixed. The new door's been taken out that was clawed by the dog, and there's a bunch of government people that are there and saying, "Nah, you're fine. You killed our asset." Not good.
So we're just talking about how a lot of these cryptids and stuff, they are being monitored in a way, and I think Dogman, with the chances of it being a human animal hybrid, genetically created by the government
As an asset.
as an for either some sort of super
Warfare.
soldier
But imagine
program.
if you like set that thing into like a military base that you don't want,
yeah, I
like
mean,
an enemy military
well,
base.
they got eyes on them, man. So like I was telling about that Bigfoot story, not just Dogman. So there was another story about a hunter in the woods, hunting for it was ruffled grouse season, and he was out there hunting for some purple-headed ruffled grouse because they have a nice peonese egg that he likes to get that's speckled on the south
Nice,
side.
nice.
And he always
Did their research.
carries his M2 741 Magnum, on his hand, on his hip.
Andrew's been
with-
trying to be a gun guy the whole episode. trying
He's
to,
playing bigger.
yeah, he's trying to be a.
249.
Yeah, ooh.
So,
Fucking
for the captain.
you're hunting you're hunting with an M249 in the woods. Oh my god. You're like, I caught a turkey.
It's just
Where's the rest of it,
a couple
dude?
feathers left.
Oh, I gotta reload, guys. 15 minutes later, you're still reloading.
All right, we need a jack or a 6 here.
So the hunter's in there, and it's the classic tale. He's out there in his blind,
Come on.
hunting deer, and you start getting the rocks thrown at you. It's just you
Ping,
usually pay
ping,
no mind to it because it
ping,
could be
ping.
acorns, and that's the thing. It's usually like there's no oak trees around, so it's not acorns.
Jack or a 6.
And then you start hearing the, either tree knocks or you start hearing rustling in the woods. At this time, after all the
Fucker.
the rocks are being
We're out
thrown,
again.
here's the rustling, and after probably a half hour rustling, you can hear it getting closer and closer. So this thing's going in and out until then he turns the corner in a big thicket and he can see it. It's a 7 to 8 foot Sasquatch. And now Sasquatch do this thing. It's not every encounter, but there's a lot of encounters where they'll do this thing where they rock. So they'll be looking at you and they may be
And they're just kinda
making a
rocking.
noise, or they may be smiling because it's like showing their teeth kind of thing. It's like when animals show their teeth, it's not good. It's like
Stay away.
It's like a deterrent thing, yeah. And with humans, with us, we smile, show our teeth to be pleasant. But in a Bigfoot scenario, if they're showing teeth,
Not good.
it's not good because they're more on the natural nature side. So teeth showing isn't good. So this Bigfoot is doing its thing. It's showing its teeth. It's rocking. It's pissing. This guy is like, oh, fuck.
How far is it from him?
6 foot.
Jesus.
It's
Like right there.
Right there. He's he can tell it's a male. This is, I think, in the 60s.
We're at.
I'm not 100% sure. This might be North Carolina. So he's he has a solid 15 second stare off with this thing. What's going, making this noise. It's doing the rocking, showing teeth, pissing, dominance territory.
Yeah.
Just you don't want
This
whatever
is
the
my
situation
area,
is, you
dude.
don't want to be in it. He pulls out his Chevy 2 caliber Cobalt, blast off 5 shots. Boom, boom, boom.
Hits
it, riddles this thing in its chest. It falls back, stumbles. You can hear it making its way away from him in the woods.
This guy is just killing it.
Now
today,
this guy
dude.
is shocked. Gunpowder residue all over him. Bigfoot piss splatter on his shins. We know how that is,
Jesus.
right, boys? And he's just like, what the fuck? He leaves.
Can I go after it?
He gets in his car, in his truck. But he wasn't. Now this is only 20 feet away from his truck,
Yeah.
so he's not
Out of the woods yet.
literally he's not out of the woods when
Literally.
this thing is that he's having this encounter. And you hear a lot of Bigfoot encounters. I know we're talking about Dogman, but there's a lot of Bigfoot encounters that happen in state parks, county parks, town parks.
Yeah, not like Bigfoot's walking through Philly and they're
Not
and
walking
he's
through
like,
Philly, and not jungle gym town parks. But if you're out in a more rural area that has
the lesser populated, the better
there's even yeah.
for sightings.
But if you're in a town that has a lot of trees, you will get them coming into establishments on the outskirts of towns, going through dumpsters and stuff.
Not it's 15 miles in the woods.
Yeah,
It's close to
That's
here,
the-
it's close.
Yeah, you're not-
Here I am in the woods.
There's
I
the
can
parking
see
lot.
The highway. I can see the radio
Yeah.
station. Not like he walked 15 miles into the deep
Yeah.
woods. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's on the perimeter of
Off-
the civilization.
off the road,
Yeah.
20 feet out of the parking lot.
Also, the road could be in the middle of nowhere too.
And that's what it is, that these towns and these parks and stuff
Small little
are in
towns.
the middle of nowhere. These
Where-
towns are in the middle of nowhere.
If this park wasn't there, it would
It-
just
you-
be woods.
it would just be woods.
It literally is woods
Yeah.
everywhere. But they just said, "Oh, we're gonna put a park here. We're getting houses
Yeah.
built. We're gonna
Bring this town up and
Yeah.
stuff. And these are like, these aren't like field parks. These are like nature parks, trails,
state parks.
state
only.
parks,
Yeah,
stuff
state
like
parks,
that, where,
yep.
where you do have, you know, maybe some game hunting, things like that, where it's still wild enough to have these encounters.
They have not won anything.
But the dude got out of Dodge and then got out of the road, but then he got in his Dodge and then got out of Dodge.
There you go. I like that.
Curiosity got
I like that one. I like that one.
Curiosity got the best of him. The next day,
No.
he goes back.
Stop it.
Driving down, go back. Yeah, you gotta see if there's anything.
Mentality, got chase the kill, chase the game.
Whole area is closed off, blocked off. Roads, every direction, gone. Helicopters, cop cars, everything blocked off. Can't get back there. Can't even get near the park or the area.
Jesus.
You got cops at every road closed. Turn around, can't go here. Making sure people don't even walk back there. Sending everyone away.
How do they know?
That's
No,
the
man.
question.
And that's what we're talking
And
about.
that's the
with this-
question: is how do they know?
with
Because
this
every time these
Dogman encounter.
and these Bigfoots and Dogman shit, every time it happens, too quickly everybody's there to control the situation.
So this was kind of telling that Bigfoot story, piggybacking off of this the trucker story where he got attacked by a dog man, and then his truck got repaired really quick. Like next day, the body shop repaired his door and then got rid of it because he wanted to take pictures.
It had like huge claw marks down the side
And
and
then
shit.
a couple days later, they wanted to do a cab inspection for incident reports and stuff. But the people doing the inspection wasn't people from his company.
This dude
it was
is
like military
killing it.
people. So we're saying that if these like hybrid things, you know, and if they're government assets,
He just took out 3
they
people.
probably have handlers, and they're probably like tracking them to an extent, or at least have someone in an area.
Or there's some
Keep an eye on 'em.
like remote viewing agency people that are connected with
If
them.
we're talking about dogman hybrids and super soldiers, hey, why not have the handlers be remote viewers as
That's
well?
what I'm
Why
saying,
not?
dude. That's
Just
what I'm
add it-
saying.
Just add it to the list, because why not? Because that is like
Because then it's going into the super soldier program,
then you're
because
going-
that's all men who stare at goats, right? They were
Yeah.
doing all that, which takes you into MK Ultra, where they were trying to do all that, and
Yeah.
then being able to do the telekinesis, like all that shit that's like in the beginning and basically all through Stranger Things is all real stuff.
yeah.
I am getting the worst hands in the world today.
All right. Here we go.
Actually, this is a Grandma and Pat special right here.
Oh, nice. That's a nice table.
I grabbed that from
GPS.
Patty's house.
Some of that.
Little some of that sycamore.
Sycamore's the first one, right?
This was this is also a
Wow.
this is also a nice little Chester Harris special right here.
It is.
So
Some of that house looks good. Really looks different.
Yeah, but that's part of it. So part of it is understanding that like that it all connects through all of it.
yeah. So like, why would they create? Like we were talking about before. Like, why would they create these uncontrollable beasts? In any fashion.
Because they can.
Because they can.
Because they can.
And
Because they figured out how to do it.
And it
Damn
comes
it, we
with-
just got a fucking. No,
and
we
it
didn't,
comes
okay.
into the super soldier program. Like, this thing stands up on 2 legs, can run 60 miles per hour, has 3.5-inch sharp canines in its mouth, claws probably just as deadly. This would be, and if they can get the correct asset, you know, these things can be the ultimate super soldier. And if they're part dogs, they can train them to.
They can absolutely train them.
to respond, to be limited responses, to only their handlers, and you know, and then it's easy to deny because
Who's gonna believe that?
Who's gonna believe you? Even if the government comes out and says we've been making super soldier dog human hybrids for the last probably 40, 50 years, and you know, for military aspects, just because we can.
Here we go.
Not only will people not even care because they can't even fathom it, they'll talk about it for a day and then it'll be on to
Dude, people
who's on
don't
The
even
Voice
believe
and
people
the
don't even
new cheese
believe
dip burger at Applebee's.
Oh, you see
Yeah.
those? They look very good, dude. They look really good. They take a cheeseburger, what they do, and then they cut it in half, and then they put it. No, it's in like a
vat of
fajita,
cheese.
cast iron with cheese, like a cheese sauce on it. Oh, that's pretty good. I mean, you'll feel like absolute dog man after you eat it.
No. Ooh, I mean, for real, because you look at literally the government, the U.S. government has come out and said, yes, there are aliens, there are UFOs, we have
Nobody cares.
biologics.
They literally said there's aliens and nobody gave a fuck.
There's 5 types of aliens. We know them. We're cool with them.
We
They've been
know.
here a long time. This is what the government has said. They're in underground bases. They're under the water. Did you see the new burger from Applebee's? No one cares. No one cares. They
Yeah, but-
can't fathom it. They
Get out their own reality.
But they also
you nailed it. You nailed it.
They also think that it's only this is all it is, and that, you know, the story that's told for everything is exactly what is happening. So they're never going to change their opinion to think outside the box at all.
Yeah.
To think about what happened, who actually created the pyramids. You know, why was no dinosaur bone ever found past 1850? Why does the the Chinese zodiac calendar have 11 real animals and 1 fake animal? They're like, we're just gonna put dragons on there, but all the other 11, they're all real.
The native sacred teachings have a totem for each teaching, and the one for honesty is a Sasquatch.
There you go.
Why there's so many dragon slot machines.
So there's a ton of dragon slot machines.
Wake 'em up.
Look at this. We got an
wake
ace.
up the dragons.
Get a fucking ace king, and we get dog man.
Panda's one of the.
No,
Pandas aren't
no.
pandas aren't real either.
That's a whole nother conspiracy.
Pandas aren't real.
even real. Like they're made.
They were made.
They're like made
They're not made. They're like, that's why they're dumb as fuck.
because you have
A lot of it was they created them just to eat bamboo because there's so much bamboo. It was more of like a get rid of the. But no, they're not in the wild. Pandas are not in the wild.
because you hear like zoologists and stuff talk about like if pandas were in the wild, like they're the dumbest animals. Like you can. The one guy was like,
They're
you
not
can
in the
give
wild.
a female panda an apple, and she'll like give you her baby for like the apple.
Haha, idiot!
they-
what an
Yeah.
idiot!
Yeah,
Yeah, but
like,
what if that's
They'll
the,
just fall
pandas
off the
are-
platform.
the pandas are
and,
the type
like-
of people that when you call, if you were to call a panda and be like, "Hi, panda, this is Steve from Microsoft. You know, we need your passwords because we think you got hacked." They're like, "Ah, sure, here you go." All right, so go back to what you were saying real quick, and then we'll go back to what you were saying, then we'll go into MK Ultra stuff. So there is 12 animals on the zodiac, right? So there's the rat, which is clever, resourceful, and adaptable. The ox, which is diligent and strong. Tiger, courageous and passionate. Rabbit, gentle and compassionate. The snake, wise and intuitive. Horse, energetic and sociable. Hold on. I'll call that. The
from
goat,
Mongolia
creative
area.
and calm. The monkey, smart and curious. Rooster, observant and hardworking. Dog, loyal and honest. Pig, generous and good-tempered. And the dragon, confident and ambitious and charismatic. So
Just like
why
the little
would
dragon.
they? Why would the Chinese, when this was created,
Oh, a fake animal.
put a fake animal on there?
Now,
They probably see it one to go one
now
to
the definition of a dragon could change throughout time. Now they could have large reptiles like monitor lizards and Komodo dragons and
True.
things like that.
True.
Exaggeration.
And then as society, as time go on, we exaggerate to be like a freaking Mortal Kombat logo.
Oh, great question. Yeah, great question.
What was the question?
Why would they put a fake person on there?
And look up the 7 sacred teachings of the natives.
7 sacred teachings of the natives.
They have, like I said, they have a Sasquatch on there, and you know, like
Secret teachings?
7 sacred teachings, and these cultures aren't like dummies. Like they know what's
7
what.
sacred teachings of the natives. We'll get there. Hold on.
Yeah, and these are things that are
God, just absolute trash can.
sacred.
Oh, here you go. So they have the snow. There's the snow owl, the bald eagle, the mouse, the deer, the turtle, the bison, the black bear, and the polar bear. Here's this one. Here you go.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Wisdom is the beaver. Humility is the wolf. Truth is the turtle. Respect is the buffalo. Love is the eagle. Courage is the bear. And then honesty is just a footprint.
And we all know whose footprint that is.
And they call it the sob. The sob. S-A-B-E. You right, Ed?
Sabe. Not to be confused with Sobe.
Yeah, literally everyone else is there, but the telling the truth and being sincere. That's the Sasquatch. And they literally have pictures of everything else except for that. They just have a picture of the foot.
The footprint, because that's
Here's another one that's got it as the Squatch.
Yeah. And that's like the thing, a big difference between Dogman and Sasquatch. You usually don't see them in the same area. And
well, maybe that's like Clark Kent and Superman.
well, I mean that's why people think like a Dogman may be a some sort of native evil shapeshifter. You know, people don't even like to say the SW word.
No. There
like
you go.
A certain ranch down in Utah.
A certain ranch down in Utah, exactly. That's a whole nother world.
And that's just native
I ain't
dark
a fan.
magic.
I ain't a fan of that shit. But and who even knows what you know? I feel like they're two different things. That's old entities in the forests,
right?
And the Dogman is created in a human animal hybrid, and you know that's just the human animal hybrid elements of it. So what do the actual people that they don't change look like, right? And like here's the stuff we were talking about earlier. So like, you know, MK Ultra was a real program run by the CIA from 1950s to 1970s, and that's just what was declassified. So you know that shit was not just.
And then it evolved beyond that, and now it's like more of a social program.
Yep.
Where
And then
they mind control everybody.
It involved experiments with LSD and all kinds of psychological substances as
You're
well.
talking about the Men at Stare at Goats. Like that's a movie about
mind control.
About mind control and like all those.
We are getting the absolute. I don't think we have won a hand the whole time we've been playing. Look at these fucking terrible cards.
Charles Manson was in the MK Ultra program. That whole thing, though.
I mean, it's crazy too
they're
because
suspecting that the whole hippie movement was
yes, and then they were abducting those people, and a lot of those people weren't even aware that they were participating in the experiments.
Yeah. Jerry Garcia was a
he
CIA
was working
asset.
with the CIA assets too.
Jackson Pollock, CIA asset.
Many of the
it's crazy,
many
man.
of the MK Ultra records were destroyed in 1973. You know, by an accident.
Dude.
I
mean, the stuff that
because it was a lot of it. What happened was it was exposed in the 70s during an investigation.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, just like the Pentagon lost $2.1 trillion the day before 9/11, and a aeroplane flew through the Pentagon building and destroyed the area where all the records were being held.
Hit the audit area.
And it didn't take out any of the street lamps when it flew down this road.
Yeah,
That's a different story.
They're gonna do the audit the next day?
Oh no, he came out and said that. So that'll be an episode that I will host. It'll be questions and coincidences during 9/11. That's what that episode will be, and we'll have a good time with that. I don't want to get too fired up with 9/11 because I'll do it all day. You know, the Senate hearings revealed unethical aspects of several MK Ultra related experiments as well. Here we go. Now we're in. We're going to go all in. Let's go. We're going to go all in. Let's try it. We got to get one spade on 2 cards. And like you said, it's only a small piece of the puzzle because then it goes into all the other stuff that's in there too, right? So it goes to all the female stuff with the beta sex kittens, which is all the Disney kids.
Hey, sex sells, baby.
All the Disney kids and like Britney Spears and all those,
and that's the stuff that's like really a shame because on multiple levels. One, you're taking advantage of kids for entertainment, and then on top of it, you're tormenting them with assault, sexual assault, verbal assault, emotional assault. And then,
well, they're also torturing these people to get their consciousness to split, right? And there was a guy that was on the old Project Camelot during the Project Camelot days. If you don't know about those guys, look them up. But they interviewed this guy named Duncan O'Hara, who was actually part of the MK Ultra program, and he talks about how and what they did to him. And not to get too graphic, but they basically, God damn it. We cannot catch a break over here. They would hook him up to an IV that would basically keep him conscious, and they would stick items underneath his fingernails until he was either going to pass out, but he couldn't because of what they were doing on his arm. So then the body and the mind shift and split, and that's how they're able to kind of run through it. And then they did a bunch of surgeries on him where they were able to put like small like chips in his body that stopped like different parts of his head, yeah, like Doritos, from like communicating with each other, right? So he was doing all these things and basically would pick up a phone and it would be like a series of beeps and bloops or like code words, a lot like Bucky from the Marvel movies,
super movies,
and then he would do things. They put him out and put him in like
maturing candidate style.
It is maturing candidate. So he would go like on secret missions. He knew how to fly a helicopter because what happened was he got into a car accident, and when he got into this car accident, it like messed up all his chips that were implanted on him. So now he was starting to remember things that he had done, and he was like, I woke up after this car accident I got into. It was a really bad car accident, and I kind of was like out for a few days and woke up in the hospital, and all of a sudden he's like, I just started having these terrible like memories of like me killing these people. He's like, I remember this one time I was flying a helicopter, and he's like, I don't know how to fly a helicopter. So like that's one guy that who knows where he's at. And then we talked with that guy Aaron, and we have video of that. Maybe we'll release that one of these days. But we talked to Aaron at the conspiracy thing that went on conference over here in Unchain Your Mind with Mark and all those guys.
That's from
it was pretty
2011.
It was pretty crazy. So like they were talking about how they were part of the program and that it happened.
Aaron, I forget his last name, but Aaron Aronson. But he said that he was part of the hybrid program. He was in the military, I believe Navy or Marines. He was part of this hybrid program, and they did hybrid experiments with him, with dolphins. And
that's what it was with the dolphins.
He was like injecting, I guess, like dolphin DNA, but
man, that's who knows?
Like,
who knows, dude?
So then that's the other thing.
But that's like, part of it. Like that guy's going out telling his story,
and who knows what's to blur the line and what's to make it more prominent through stuff. I always find it funny when the conspiracy people have like their limit. Like, all right, we can talk about alien hybrids and
Barack Obama being a clone of Akhenaten.
Yeah,
but what's your
limit?
You know,
aliens live among us. Come on, no, they don't. You believe in that shit, man? That's just fucking fake.
It's crazy. All right,
I get a lot of.
It's just
Yeah, no, you talk to like ghost people who aren't into Bigfoot, and then you talk to Bigfoot people who aren't into aliens and aren't into ghosts. I'm like, oh, that shit's crazy. That's stupid, bizarre
Bro, you're
stuff.
definitely
Yeah,
looking for ghosts.
and then they'll go and make fun of you while they're out on a fucking Bigfoot hunt. As they're slamming, as they're whooping across the field. Yeah, but that's always fun.
It's crazy. All right, well, I think we're going to shut it down here. So we'll save some of your other stories for the next one. All right. And good little 3-hour sesh right here. We won no money. We did terrible in gambling today. It was not the best experience, but we had some really great stories and some great insights. So,
Maybe we'll do better if we gamble tonight.
oh, maybe we will.
IRL.
All right, well, that's a wrap for us here today. Another episode of Conspiracy Casino in the books. We'll be live on Monday with some more Bond. Wednesday is open because we beat Mario Galaxy, so I got to pick something to play. So if you got some suggestions, let me know in the comments down below. And on Friday, we're going to probably finish up and beat the Walking Dead game. So that's a wrap. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all the good stuff. Tell your friends the channel's growing. We appreciate the support. We know there's a lot of people out there you can be watching, and you choose to watch us. And that means a lot. So until Monday, have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you.
people.
Peace.